I'm gonna survive 100 days in Minecraft Steampunk Hardcore. A new age has dawned, bringing in new machines, powerful weapons, and this absolute unit of a creeper. For the next 100 days, I'll be attempting to survive and thrive, creating my very own industry, as well as defeating both ancient and technological bosses alike. Can I make it to day 100? Keep watching to find out. Let's just get straight into it. We have spawned right next to a jungle, but I'm not sure what kind of enemies are going to be lurking here. We'll of course start off by collecting ourselves some wood, and then we'll use that to make ourselves a crafting table and some sticks. And then we'll of course craft ourselves a wooden pickaxe. This mod pack has a lot of visual overhauls. For example, the crafting table has a 3D hammer on it now. Very fancy. Let's dig down into the beach here and grab ourselves some stone. And we'll use that to craft the basic tools along with the furnace. And of course, our wooden pickaxe has now outlived its usefulness. We've got some melons here. That's lovely. We can get ourselves a bit of early game food. I'm just very much on the lookout for strange mobs, because right now we don't stand a chance against much of anything, really. There is some kind of floating earth over there, so I want to see what that's all about. Look at that. Okay, there better be some good loot in there. We can actually use our map to see if there's any mobs in the area, and it looks like this place is empty, which means everything in here now belongs to us. We've got some bread, an apple, an emerald, and some potatoes. We've also got a few bookshelves. Oh, and there's a barrel here with more loot, and there's even more chests on the next floor. I bet there's more up top as well. We've already got ourselves a free bed. There's a spyglass in here, which usually would be useless, but this mod pack actually doesn't have a zoom mod, so I actually need to use this. We've also got Bane of Arthropods 1, which is useless, a clock, and some more books. This just has Potato Recovery 2, which we absolutely don't need, plus some extra books again. And let's see about getting that spyglass equipped. So it just goes in one of these belt slots. And there we go. We now have the spyglass feature whenever we need it. Oh, so somebody does own this place. Well, I'm sorry, Avril. I wouldn't check your chest downstairs if I were you, because they're going to be surprisingly empty. No, Avril, don't do it. He's got some leather, which we can take, plus even more books. And then you know what, Avril? I'm just going to steal your entire library, because we need these bookshelves for our enchanting table later on. His trades are actually fully leveled up already, but he doesn't really have anything that useful. Well, Avril, it's getting pretty late, so I'm just going to go ahead and take a nap in your bed. This mod pack does have a pretty robust questing system, so I do want to go ahead and crack on with some of these, but for now, we'll continue exploring. There's some kind of weird little path here, but it doesn't lead to anywhere. I guess we'll take these free apples. Thanks very much, game. Oh, there's actually quite a lot of chests here, and we've actually got our first piece of iron from them. Since we've now got iron, we're going to immediately craft ourselves a shield. This is awesome. Wait, it stays on our back when it's equipped, and then when we actually use it, boom, we just pull it out. Completely unlike regular Minecraft, where the shield just takes up half the screen. Right, let's see what we can find. Not particularly loving this birch forest, I will be honest. There's also a rather weird feature with this mod pack. When you come out of water, your screen gets all wet. Honestly, pretty annoying, I'm not going to lie. Also, hello, pig. You're about to die. Now, that right there might look like a promising structure, but it's just a tutorial house from the Crystal Skies mod. I don't think that's right, but it's some kind of sky mod, and it's not useful. There we go. Blue skies. That's the one. In this shed here should be the remains of a portal. Yep, and then you can light it, and then you'll be able to go through to a new dimension. However, this house here and this house here look a lot more promising. The map is showing lots of creepers, but they must be underground. Oh yeah, look at this. This is a little train yard. Nothing in the chest though, really. There's just no loot. What is this? I mean, it does have certain components that you can use to make machines and stuff, but we don't really need to bother with that right now. On to the next house, my friends. Hold on, I'm hearing pillagers in here. This could be quite dangerous. We have got some loot in the barrels though, so that's a nice change of pace. There's lots of leather that could be useful. Oh, and there we go. We can actually take a peek at the murderous bandits inside. We'll get their attention by smashing one of their windows. Why can't I break that? We'll get their attention by smashing one of their windows. There we go. Now they're all really mad, and to be fair, I would be too. Oh my god, wait, they've got us really low though. Let's just camp out by their plants and eat some bread. We only just spawned into this world. I'd rather not die already. If we just hold our shield up and sit by the window, they should all just shoot each other. You idiots can't even aim a crossbow properly. I'd like to kill them all and get inside this house quickly, because night is starting to fall. Although I suppose we could just run off this way, plonk our bed down, and go to bed. Wait, where did all of you come from? Oh, I just saw one of them spawn in. This is going to be a lot harder to deal with than I thought. If we just camp in this doorway, we might be able to slowly hack our way through the ranks. There better be some good loot in here. More are already spawning in. I don't think this is going to be possible. We'll move on for now. We can always come back later. Also, we do not have the bad omen effect, so either we need to find a bucket, or we're just going to dump this raid at the nearest village that we find. We've had a bit of a string of duds when it comes to structures, so hopefully the next one that we find is decent. I see those horses over there, and we do have leather. I wonder if it's possible to craft a saddle. Oh my goodness, it actually is possible. Let's go! That villager house wasn't completely pointless, because we got both leather and string from it. Now we must choose our noble steed. This mod pack actually has a really cool feature where just looking looking at the horse will tell you its stats in the top left. And that has led me to determine that this horse has the highest jump and the fastest speed. Love me. You will love me. Love me now. You will be my friend. I don't care how long it takes. Hey, there we go. Now we just chuck our newly crafted saddle on him, and we have ourselves a speedy horse with a high jump. Oh, and that's a dead guy. Does he have anything buried below him? No, it doesn't look like it. Not only was he a dead guy, he was a useless dead guy. On account of his brown coat, I shall name this horse Rusty. We're a few days in, and we're already traversing the land in style. Having said that, though, I really hope we don't get stuck next to a large body of water, because Rusty's not particularly good at aquatic traversal. What on earth is this? It's a miniature tank, it looks like. This is a supply scamp. He looks like Wally's unloved cousin. I'm seeing from the tooltip that he's from the mod Scorched Guns, so I don't know if we should attack this thing and try and loot it, because we might get shotgunned in return. You get to live this time. I really want to find a village so we can steal everything they own, but at the same time, we won't be able to do that, because we'll get invaded by raiders. I like how I'm saying we, like we're going to join up and help the villagers. Nope, it's their problem. If a raid starts, it's going to be, dang, that's crazy, bro, and then we're going to disappear. Oh, no, powder snow. That's bad. That's really bad. Let's get Rusty out. No, Rusty, don't freeze. Rusty! No, I've lost him. He's in there. We need to craft a shovel quickly. There we go. Come on, stone shovel. Let's dig him out. Rusty, don't die. We only just got you and you're such a good horse. No! I can't get him out of the blocks. Come on. I can't mine that one. There we go. I got it. No, Rusty! We had so many great memories together. This is why I hate powder snow, man. Who thought this was a good idea to add this to the game? Looks like we're in the market for a new horse. It's alright, we'll find Rusty Jr. and he can live on with the legacy passed down from his father. Wait, and we can't even sleep because apparently it's freezing cold. I've dug us a small hole and it seems to be a little bit warmer in here than outside. So can we sleep now? Yes, we can. I've just realized we have a little tab here called emotes. There we go. Look at that. I'm weeping. I'm mourning the loss of Rusty. And also the shield is now lodged inside me, so I will probably die in the next 2 seconds. We seem to be heading into a snowy area, and I'm pretty sure it is possible to freeze in this mod pack, so we need to be really careful. We can go ahead and craft ourselves some leather armor, which should warm us up. Oh, no thank you, that's a witch. What kind of creepy magic is she up to here? Why is there a summoning cauldron? There is a campfire below it though, and we can stand next to that to warm ourselves up a little bit. We'll press onward into this freezing cold forest. I miss Rusty already. What's the plural of moose? Is it mooses? No, that can't be right. Either way, there's a bunch of moose nearby. Thankfully, they're neutral, so they won't attack us unless we attack them. And best believe me, I have no intention of attacking those guys. I mean, look at this. They're bigger than we are. If we don't find anything good in the next few days, we might just have to go caving. Does this snowy forest ever end? There is a little snowy well here, so we can investigate that, see if there's any loot. There's lapis, and I think this is emerald ore. Wow, lapis looks really weird in this mod pack. I can't be focused on that, though. My only thought should be about getting us some better gear and some extra food. We are also going to need to build our own base, but it definitely won't be in this freezing hellscape. Well, I just walked up to this house and there must be a single villager in there because a raid has just started. Hey, you got that right, mate? You can handle that? Good. Okay, bye. We can barely win a fight with a single pillager right now, much less an army of them. Wait, this has actually worked out perfectly because we've just found an actual village and we've just spawned the raid up there on some random guy's house. That is pretty much the perfect outcome. Although, did they really have to build the village directly over a ravine? Wow. Okay, the loot in here is not as good as I was hoping. These guys even have knockoff iron golems. We will swap our green bed with this royal purple one. And it looks like there's some kind of machine here. Don't know what this does. Wait, as I'm turning this, it's mining that block there. That is pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. And it turns out it was a block of wrought iron. Nice. We'll get that smelted up immediately. I would love some iron gear right now. It's a good job we found this place when we did, because a pretty strong snowstorm was kicked up. Also, that is a mechanical creeper. No thank you. Glinda, you are currently lying underneath an active furnace. Do you want to die? We've got 11 iron now, so we'll go ahead and make ourselves not a pork pickaxe. That's not what I want to make. I want to make an iron pickaxe. We've crafted ourselves some iron boots, and we'll also make ourselves a bucket. Apparently, we can't rest in the house because it's too cold outside, so I'm going to try digging a bunker. And for some unknown reason, that actually works. I'm pretty sure our heating trouble should be over soon, though, because with this bucket, we should be able to scoop up some lava, and then we can just place that anytime we get cold. It seems like a pretty straightforward way to cheese the temperature mechanic. I'm not sure if it actually will work, but I definitely want to try. We need to find ourselves 2 more pieces of leather so that we can craft ourselves a backpack, because our inventory is already looking pretty full. I've had a quick look around the village and couldn't find any more loot, so now we'll head out using this trusty boat. This might be a little bit too fast. I just want to leave these snowy biomes behind. They suck. Oh, there we go. There's some lava. We can use that to see if our lava heating method will work. Let's quickly take a dive in some freezing cold water. There we go. And then we'll place down our lava, and it actually does work. We immediately heat back up. While we're here, we'll grab some of this coal, and it looks looks like there's actually a bit more right here. Our food stock should last us a fair bit longer, so I'm not concerned about those. Look at all of this area that we've traversed already. Man, we need to find Rusty Jr. soon, because all this walking just takes ages. Okay, I think we might be getting somewhere now. We've got ourselves a free wheat field, plus some kind of house over there. Look at all this glorious golden wheat. It's all ours now. Hey, get out of here, crows. This is my wheat. Stop eating that. Oh, wait, I think they're just eating the seeds. That's fine. You can have those. I don't care. All I care about is all this glorious bread that we can now craft. Plus, we can turn all these hay bales into more wheat. And this chest has some iron ingots for us. We'll use them to craft some iron leggings. We do now have a full suit of armor. It's not particularly good, but it is a full suit of armor nonetheless. Now then, what do we have here? Oh, God, wait, that's an enemy. No, no, thank you. That is an illusioner, apparently, although he is stuck in a corner of his own house, so he's a bit of an idiot. Just die, please. Just die. We're getting kind of low. We got him. True to his name, he has made a bunch of illusions outside, so we'll just shut the door and hope they don't come in. Oh, sweet. He actually had some supplies for us. We've got enough leather now to make that backpack. I was just digging down to create our usual bunker so we could actually sleep, and I've discovered some kind of underground dungeon. Oh my god, wait, there's actually someone down here. For some reason, our lava isn't really heating us up. Okay, there we go. It works better in an enclosed space. Now we can actually get a look at this villager who's been trapped in here. How long have you been down here, Margaret? She literally just gets these tiny little windows here so she can just barely see to the outside world. Anyway, you're free now if you can figure out how to climb up this ladder. If you can't, then you don't even deserve to be free. The illusioner did have this chest right here, which we haven't looted yet. We also have this totem of illusion that he must have dropped. It triggers when taking damage and health falls below half of your max health. That seems pretty useful. We'll get that equipped. The illusioner also has some invis potions and an unbreaking 2 power 2 bow. That's quite good, actually. Although I couldn't see it first, it is very, very damaged. You know what? I don't really want this because of how broken it is. While I think about it, let's get set up with our backpack. And now we've effectively doubled our inventory space. Oh, the skeleton was just camping outside the door. You know what? Sure. I thought we were finally heading into some warmer biomes, but it looks like we're still in the cold area, unfortunately. Yes! Finally, a warmer biome. What is that doing up in the sky? I don't know if this is a floating village or a floating death sentence. Either way, we are absolutely going to head up and check that out, although we'll need some blocks first. Who knows what could be waiting up there for us? Enemies? Friends? Riches beyond our wildest dreams? Honestly, I'd just be happy with a coupon for Subway. I mean, nowadays, the deals that they charge for the 6-inch subs is what they used to charge for the footlongs. Like, back in 2015, we had it so good and we just didn't know it. Oh, hey, there's a ruined portal here. Looks like we've got ourselves some emeralds, a golden helmet with protection 4, and some golden horse armor. No, Rusty would have loved that. We'll also go ahead and grab this gold block, of course. And now let's see what these airships hold. We're, of course, pillaring up with the lake below us, because if we get knocked off, at least we'll land in some nice water rather than getting knocked off over there and splatting straight into the ground. I can't see any enemies roaming these ships, so they should be safe unless they're all hidden below. This mod pack actually lets us bridge in front of us, which is really cool. I know on Bedrock this is completely normal, but for us Java players, this is awesome. Also, we're actually dying because the air up here is too thin. That's a feature of this mod pack. I'm not seeing any loot here either. We seem to be able to mostly out-heal our lack of oxygen thanks to our bread, but we need to be really careful. And this guy, Patrick, he just splashed us with a regeneration potion. Finally, some loot. We've got some honeyed apples. There's some onions, some candy, some rotten flesh. There's not a lot of stuff here. Patrick, please, I need healing. There are some emeralds here, plus a little bit of gold. Oh, and we've got a page with skill, which has mob repellent. Not sure what that does, but sure. Let's head over and check out the next ship. Which sadist decided it would be a good idea to add an oxygen mod to this pack? Don't get me wrong, I like some realism stuff in this game, but really, just making us die by being high up, that is annoying. I do see lots of chests in here. This could be promising. There's plenty of loot in here. There's soap in here for some reason. I'm not a League of Legends player. I don't need that. I don't want to use all of our food just healing off the high altitude lack of oxygen, so we're going to jump off here. This wasn't a bad little place to visit, though. Go away, man. Are these all your fake friends? That's pretty sad, you know. I mean, maybe you'd have more friends if you didn't just shoot everyone you met on sight. I reckon soon we settle down and find ourselves a good spot to build a base. We haven't even been out on the ocean for a minute, and we've already found a pirate ship. Oh, and it's definitely full of enemies, that's for sure. This is the captain's room at the back here. We should just be able to sneak aboard. Oh, I didn't realize the captain was actually going to get out and fight us. Wait, this works really well. He can't swim, so he's just going to drown. See you later, my friend. There is a spawner right here, though, so we'll quickly break that, and that will help ourselves to all of the loot. We've got an iron sword with unbreaking 2. There's also a bunch of iron ingots and gold ingots, and we even have some iron gloves, which give us a little bit of extra damage. There's also luck of the sea 2, which we don't need, some emeralds, and some prot 2 iron leggings. It looks like there's a way down here to the lower decks, but I bet it's full of enemies. While I remember, we'll go ahead and craft ourselves an iron chest plate. We won't craft an iron helmet because we've got that Prot 4 gold helmet. Oh, yep, there's definitely something going on below decks. Wait, we've just dug right into the treasure stash. I don't even really see a way in here, so we should be completely fine. We've got loads more iron, plus an unbreaking 3 iron helmet, which we can keep for when our golden helmet breaks. And we actually have our very first diamonds, too. And there's also some chain boots with Prot 2, Feather Falling 2, and Boing 1, whatever that is. They don't give as many armor points as our iron boots, but Prot 2 and Feather Falling 2 makes them more than worth it. We also have some gunpowder, which is a really nice find, considering we'll need it to craft bullets later. Right, and now with the treasure stash looted, let's be on our way. Or at least that's what I would be saying if there wasn't another ship just begging to be looted. Oh, that can't be good, though. I've just discovered there's actually an evoker on this ship, so this could go horribly wrong. There is a chest there, though, and I want that. No one's noticed us yet, so let's quickly steal everything. And that has awarded us a golden apple. Oh, God, and we're getting swarmed down here. No, thank you. Honestly, this boat might be more trouble than it's worth. I can't see any more chests in the captain's quarters, although there are some more right at the top of the ship here. Get off my ship. Really, is this the treasure of the 7 seas? Chips? Hey, there we go. There's another golden apple here. And there's another golden apple here. And there's even some emeralds for us. How lovely. Oh, wait, and there's another treasure stash. That is a vindicator, though. We got to be mindful of him. I am so glad you can't figure out how to climb up. You need to keep that iron axe well away from us. I love how they left just one guy in charge of all their treasure. Not the brightest idea. All of the loot is now ours. We've got some ender pearls here, plus a bottle of enchanting. That looks completely different to how it normally looks. We've got even more pearls. We've got some gold, we got some iron, the usual stuff. Although ender pearls aren't actually that useful in this mod pack, because in order to open the end portal, you need to find 12 unique eyes scattered throughout the world. Regular eyes of ender just won't cut it. We've grabbed all the loot from the chest, so now let's help ourselves to their emeralds and gold. I love how this almost looks like the original texture for the emerald blocks. That takes me back. There is actually an anvil in this room which I do want to steal, so we'll just charge in. Goodbye. There we go. Mission accomplished. I suppose there could maybe be some chests hiding up here up at the crow's nest, but I'm not 100% sure that's going to be the case. Yeah, no, there isn't anything. That's fine, though. You actually go down ladders really fast. Look at this. Oh, what's all this about, then? Looks like a little campsite, almost. There's a toolbox here with some crafting blueprints and a bomb. So, let's just leave that alone. Naturally, every single villager here has managed to get themselves stuck. Hey, look, it's the Rock. Kind of looks like him, too. These guys have just got bricks, paper, and copper. Nothing particularly useful. They do have horses, though. Ew, there's a fly swarm on the horses, though. There's even some kind of killer wasp flying around. I don't like the look of that at all. Oh, it's you who's spawning all those flies. I'm trying to kill it, and I'm also killing the horses too. There's also a bear right outside the stables. Why me? Thankfully, the best horse in this area is actually on this side, away from the bear. Oh, and it's actually already tamed. That's perfect. It even comes with a saddle. I hereby name you Rusty Jr. And we shall also give you some golden horse armor. That's glorious. Looks like we've got an abandoned train over here. Honestly, this place might not be the worst area to call home. This guy right here looks like he's straight out of a Minecraft horror mod, but he's actually just a regular Enderman. Definitely creepy, though. I'd say right here, this area is perfect. We do need to dig a hole to put Rusty Jr. in, though, because we don't have a lead to tie him up with. Sorry, Rusty. We'll get you a nice place soon, I promise. Let's start by clearing away the trees and flattening out the area. Alongside clearing the area out, we've also got to make sure it's well lit up to stop any hostile mobs from spawning. One of the best parts about this island is just its nice warm climate. We don't have to worry about getting too cold or too hot. We do also have quite a lot of land to flatten out, and I'm hoping that this doesn't take too long. This area is already starting to look a lot better. What's going on? Where's your llamas? Where are your free leads? And as per usual, we're selling nothing useful. Well, let me tell you, owner, this bucket of lava here, it's not just for keeping us warm. It's also for dealing with people like you. Now that the area is cleared, let's check the nearby area and see what kind of materials we can use for our base. We've obviously got oak wood. We will be using that. There's also plenty of these mahogany logs. This is unrelated. I'd just like to point out there's a gigantic whale swimming around. This right here is a gigantic mushroom field, so we can't exactly use the blocks from here. Hold on, there's a gigantic tree over there. They've got a little bit of loot. They've got a Fortune 1 book, plus a nugget of experience. I'm pretty sure we can just use this to get some free XP. Yes, we can. Oh, there we go. There's a lead in here, so that makes up for the fact that Wandering Trader didn't have any. This place just has loads of these XP nuggets. And there's also some fruit salads in here that give regeneration when eaten. I will say, these houses are honestly pretty nice. I like them. Seems like around us, there's just more of the same biomes, so that's as far as we'll explore. Seems like we're going to be using oak and mahogany logs for our base. Hey, look, there's an anteater out here. Why the long face, my friend? I'll leave. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, okay? That gorilla's eating leaves. We're friendly, right? Yes, I think. I'm not trying to offend his pride or anything. I'm pretty sure gorillas get mad if you stare them in the eyes. Since mahogany wood is darker, I'm thinking we use it as a nice contrast for the outside wood pillars and that sort of thing. And then we'll use regular oak for the walls and perhaps even the roof. We could go ahead and throw in some stone in the mix too. I reckon that would look quite good. Of course, the less good part is that we actually have to mine all the stone that we'll need. And doing this early game with a pickaxe that's not diamond takes forever. Although now that I think about it, now is the perfect time for a subscription checkpoint. If you're enjoying the video so far, please consider subscribing. The button actually lights up whenever a YouTuber says the word subscribe in their videos. You can check right now. Subscribe. Also, if you've been watching me for a while and think you're subscribed, double check because sometimes YouTube will randomly unsubscribe people, so you might be watching me thinking you're subscribed when you're actually not. We'll go with a square tower design because there's lots of different machines that we'll likely have to build later on in this mod pack, so we want to make sure we have a simple, easy to use space. We're going to have oak logs as a starting layer and then stone on top. We can actually use a stone cutter to turn some of our cobblestone into cobblestone bricks, and these will make for a very nice looking texture block. I'm not sure how much cobblestone this is going to need, but I can already tell it's going to be way too much. We'll need to collect some sand now that I think about it so that we can actually craft some window panes, and we'll also be using chiseled stone bricks to actually mark out where the windows are going to go. I think it's a nice little extra detail. We're going to be using white stained glass rather than regular glass just because I think it looks a bit nicer. That's all the windows for the ground floor added in. Now we need to bring up all of these mahogany logs, and we better join them all up too. And we've actually already run out of mahogany logs, so I'll see you guys soon. We'll use mahogany stairs and trapdoors to add extra details to our base, and we'll have a rather grand stripped oak door. It's slowly but surely coming together. There's still a lot of things we need to do. We can even use some oak leaves to really bring the area to life. It's at this point you might be wondering, do you actually know what you're doing, Mozi? And the answer is no. Absolutely not. I'm just completely winging this as we go. I just wish we didn't have to chop so many mahogany trees. Our deforestation powers are reaching critical levels. This area is definitely looking a bit more barren now. Also, there's a pesky log hiding up in those leaves. I always manage to forget at least one. If you're the type of person that plays on a Minecraft server and doesn't fully chop down the trees and, you leave a block of wood in there, you are an actual psychopath. We can also replace the bottoms of these logs with barrels to make them look a bit more detailed. We've got lots more trapdoors to put in as well. They're so expensive, but I just always end up building with trapdoors. We can actually save a few of our logs here if we craft ourselves a sawmill. And as you might expect, this allows us to craft a bunch of different wooden items. Hopefully this isn't too laggy. We're going to use some signs for extra detail here. I'm happy to say that we've now completed the first floor. I'm not so happy to say that means we now copy and paste everything we just did on top of this. So all the materials that we had to use for this, we got to use for this as well. First though, we need to put a floor in, and it's just going to be very simple oak planks. Using our sawmill, we can actually turn wood planks into seat wood planks, which look a little bit different. That way we can have our ceiling be slightly different to our floor. I've just realized we're going to need to build a small stable too for Rusty Jr. Would you rather watch paint dry or mine cobblestone? Because for me, that's a pretty hard decision. At least you don't get attacked by creepers all the time while watching paint dry. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Why is there a super buff 6-foot zombie approaching? Oh my god, he does quite a lot of damage too. Stop it. Go away. Go away. Just die. Thank you. We really got nonchalant zombies in Minecraft before GTA 6. That's insane. I mean, what is he doing in the caves, man? Go join the Lakers or something. And why has this zombie got a fit? What's going on? Hate to kill you, man. You had drip. This wandering trader showed up with a pillager in tow. I think he's trying to run from the police. At least this one actually brought the llamas this time. And that is the stupidest looking llama I've ever seen. Right. Anyway, let's see. Pathfinder's quill, dead sapling. A dead sapling. Okay. Cactus, magenta dye, desert grass, jacaranda sapling, and burning blossom. Useless as always, my friend. Right, anyway, run me those leads. The world's dumbest llamas have also been taken care of. We'll be using some magenta buttons on this second layer here, so the monsters can't spawn in these little areas. From the ground level, these will be barely visible, and while we're looking out of a window, they're just impossible to see. We've got this rather rudimentary little staircase here, so we can access the next level. Of course, up at the top here, I'll throw in all of the details that you would expect. I've just finished detailing the outside of the second floor, so we can now move on to the roof. Unfortunately, I've somehow ended up back in the mines again for yet another cobblestone mining session. Oh, nice, more coal. For the barrier up top here, we're using cobblestone brick stairs. We'll actually be using ladders and a trapdoor for the roof access, because otherwise we'll have this big open hole in our house, rain will pour through, and it will get really cold. Can you stop hiding under my floorboards and groaning, please? It's very annoying. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm pleased to report that our house is now complete. I'm honestly really happy with how it turned out. It's pretty basic, basic in terms of its shape. It's literally just a box, but it's a nice looking box. Let's go ahead and build Rusty's stable. It's going to be a pretty simple design. Not gonna lie, this mod pack could really deal with a tree chopper mod. It would make life a lot easier. I was going to use some mahogany fence gates, but it looks like their texture's been corrupted. Believe it or not, they're actually closed right now. They look normal when they're open, as you can see, but when they're closed, it's just completely wrong. Thankfully, oak fence gates are completely normal. There we go, that's the roof done. We'll just throw in a couple torches here, and we'll also shovel up some of the ground so it looks a bit more textured. Rusty Jr., you're finally free! Kind of, because you're still going to be imprisoned, but you're going to be in this stable now. I really hope he can't use those leaves to walk over the fence gates. I think I might need to break these, actually. Sorry, Rusty, you've lost leaf privileges. We have some extra dirt left over, so I'm going to go around the house, flatten out the area, and then we'll chuck up a wall. This is going to allow us to keep any unwanted guests from entering our base. It's all nice and lit up now, too. I'm now going to go ahead and move all of our items from out there, plus all the stuff in our backpack, into these chests inside. We're going to be setting an automated storage system up at some point, so I'm not going to bother organizing everything. Since we're all situated and we've got a place to call our own, let's look into these quests that we've got. These first few quests here are just introductory quests. I'll quickly read through them. This mod pack has Tempad. Tempad adds a small tablet device with the ability to save locations and teleport to them from anywhere on the sacred timeline. I assume that's just whatever this world's called. This is the steampunk way of teleporting. No more waystones. There's also improvable skills, which allows players to upgrade themselves using experience and acquire new skills and abilities to add to their book of skills. And finally, there's scorched guns, which we already know about. There's guns in this mod pack. Right, we've read all that, so let's claim our free XP. This is pretty standard stuff. Check through the other quests. Here's how to change the controls, yada yada yada. Here we go. Now, we experienced some of this earlier. Thin air. Thin air introduces air mechanics, making it harder and harder to breathe the further you move away from the world's sea level. Both adventuring in caves as well as climbing tall mountains have suddenly become quite dangerous if you don't bring a sufficient air supply. This only affects the overworld for now, thank goodness. We also have cold sweat. Cold sweat adds a temperature mechanic to the game. Do not worry, it has been configured to be easy to deal with. Cool, there we go, we'll mark that off. And then we have this final quest here, which is just some final little bits and pieces. Make sure to quickly look through the other quests. Here's how to change the controls, yada yada yada. Here's all the overworld quests to start with. It looks like we've already completed a few of these. Obtain a crafting table. How difficult? Let's mark that off. And we've of course also crafted a stone pickaxe, as well as an iron pickaxe. And we've also found diamonds, which gives us a random reward. We actually have a chance to obtain a netherite ingot here, although it's only 2.5%. I've just seen our reward was an iron ingot. Hey, we already did this. Why hasn't this been counted? We have to craft a backpack. There's another quest to craft a backpack in a different category, and it's been recognized here. Maybe it didn't count in the overworld section because we had to craft a chest in order to actually get this quest. Anyway, let's take a look at the thin air and cold sweat category, because I'd really like to figure out how to stop losing all our oxygen as soon as we go remotely high up in the world. We've already got a respirator because we got given that as a quest reward. Oh, okay, it actually gives us precise instructions on how to do this. We need to get ourselves a copper back tank which can hold oxygen. Apparently the tank will only last us 15 minutes, so we'll need to craft several of these. The recipe doesn't look particularly complicated, just 2 andesite alloy, a shaft, a block of copper, and 3 copper ingots. According to the instructions, we also need a water wheel, a shaft, a large cog, and a small cog. In order to craft shafts, we need andesite alloy, which is crafted with iron nuggets and andesite. So it's settled then. We're going on a mining trip for copper, andesite, and iron. Before we head off though, let's sort out some of the rewards that we got from those quests. We can go ahead and equip our respirator immediately, and we can also apply this crafting upgrade to our backpack. And that now gives us a little crafting menu on the go. We also have this thermometer charm, but right now our charm slot is taken up by our totem, so we won't be using this. We should have enough food to last us through this mining trip. It's not going to be a particularly difficult trip, to be honest. For starters, we can't even breathe properly if we go too deep, and secondly, copper's only found higher up in the world. Because we're on an island, all the caves nearby are water caves, so we're gonna have to head over to this area over here. This seems like a perfectly good spot to start, and we've hit the jackpot already because this is a massive vein of andesite. You need andesite alloy for basically everything in the Create mod pack, so we'll make sure to mine a whole stack of this stuff. And now for us to find some copper. It looks like there's an abandoned mine shaft right here, so we'll need to be on the lookout for cave spiders. Not a bad minecart chest here. We've got some torches, some emeralds, and a name tag, which we're obviously going to be using for Rusty Jr. There's also some pretty sizable coal reserves in here, as well as a bit of copper. That's what we like to see. Oh, now that's not quite so good. No, thank you. I'm just going to back up here, and we're going to block this off, which I haven't done a very good job of doing. There we go. Now they've been contained. There's even more copper right here. That's lovely. We're going to need 33 pieces of copper so we can make 3 back tanks. Yeah, I can see you peeking through the block there. You're not slick. Oh, and I've just given him a way up. Why have I done that? Why did I think that was a good idea? I don't know why I thought that was a good idea at all. We're really close now. I bet we can just run in and break break the spawner. There we go. I like how cave spiders are more green in this mod pack because they are a little bit green in the regular game, but not by very much. Look at this blue stringy stuff. Looks pretty cool. Wait, this is busted. By using the map, I can actually see the location of every single minecart chest. The reason they're showing up as empty is because their inventory hasn't been generated yet. The map strategy is OP. We've already found a double chest spawn. We've got some iron in here, plus a new trinket, actually, the magnetic ring. Attracts items within an 8-block radius. This can be disabled by holding shift. Unfortunately, I use the shift key to sprint, so I'm just going to be turning this on and off if we equip this. I thought this was just a piece of paper, but it's actually a parchment fragment for the improvable skills mod. Let's take it. It could be useful. In this chest, we've got a page with skills. So, oh, this is one of those improvable skill things. I guess we put this into the improvable skill book, and it gives us this skill. That makes sense. Dexterous arms, apparently. We'll take that. Oh, we've also found our first gun, the flintlock pistol. There's even a bit of ammo in here for it, too. Let's load this bad boy up. Takes absolutely ages, but there we go. It's now ready. It can only fire one shot at a time, but it's not bad to have this in our back pocket, I suppose. This is perfect, actually. I've got my sword, and I've got a pistol. I can be a perfect British noble. Ha! Rapscallion. Take this! These caves go so far down, but we can't go down there yet. Once we've got these back tanks crafted, we will be straight back down there. Oh, hey there, Clarence. Oh my god, wait, this guy's got the method. Okay, so we can trade 1 raw copper for 2 copper ingots. I'm pleased to tell you, Clarence, that you, my friend, have got yourself a deal. We've maxed the trade out, but just like that, we've turned 30 raw copper into 60 ingots. And that also saves the trouble of having to wait around for all that copper to smelt. There's plenty of iron in this place too that we can collect. There's so many cave spider spawners in this place. The map has led me to this minecart chest right here. Oh sweet, there we go. There's the first special eye that we need in order to open the end portal. 1 down, 11 to go. We've got an iron ring trinket that can give us 1 defense, so we may as well wear that. We've got another name tag as well. An entire free backpack, sure, why not? And that's completed the craft a backpack quest for some reason. Sure, there's a safety lantern, no idea what it does, but we'll take it. And we also have this tattered tome. It says we can click to study it, so let's try that right now. If only studying in real life was this easy. There we go. And it just gave us a bunch of free experience. Nice, we're up to level 30 now. The map strat is so unbelievably OP for finding chests. Plus, we've got this zombie spawner right here, which I actually want to convert into an XP farm. We're going to light that up. And we'll even leave a waypoint on the map so we know how to find it again. Let's see what we've got here. We've got another page with skill, which is dense skin, which probably gives us some kind of armor buff. We've also got a copper blueprint right here, which is needed in order to craft copper-based guns, such as all of these things right here. The advancements actually help me figure out what the safety lantern does. We can use it to check the air quality. Although I'm holding it right now, and it's not telling us about the quality of the air, so I have no idea. We can't forget about our minecart chest either. We've got another of these dexterous arms pages. I'm not sure if we can apply multiple at once, but we may as well take it and see if we can. And we also have an enchanted book, Phantom Rounds 1, which creates a chance that a bullet won't be consumed upon firing a weapon. Let's check a couple more of these minecart chests, and then we'll head back home. Ooh, that's not a bad find, actually. We've got a gold backpack. This thing has way more storage than what we're currently wearing. We've also got a manual for a tiny airship. If we can craft a gear, an engine, movable parts, and some iron pieces, we can actually craft the tiny airship. That seems to be all the chests in the nearby area, so let's mine up this iron vein and head back home. Oh, it's good to be back on the surface again. I don't like being in caves too long. We do need to create some kind of renewable food. I bet there's a way that we can set up an auto farm. Let's get all of our copper onto smelt, and we'll also craft up some andesite alloy. And with that, we actually have all the supplies that we need to craft a copper back tank. More specifically, all 3 copper back tanks. We also need to craft up a water wheel. We can craft a cog like this, and we can craft a big cog using the exact same recipe but with an extra plank. Now then, let's follow the instructions so that we can fill the tanks up with delicious oxygen. The instructions said a 3x3 hole, didn't they? We need to place the water wheel face down like so, and apparently we need to replace one of the corner blocks and put the water in that. I've already messed something up because the wheel's not spinning. Okay, I've got it to work. I thought you had to remove the blocks, but you actually need to place a new block and then put the water against that. Thankfully, from this point onwards, I actually know what I'm doing. We have our large cog, then our small cog, and then underneath will go our copper back tank. It turns out all of these bricks are actually really unnecessary because we're just going to cover this all up. The moral of the story is I am horrible with written instructions. Right, we place our back tank underneath this, and there we go. You can see it's pulling in the air. I thought this was going to be a more instantaneous process, but apparently in order to get 15 minutes of air, the game is telling me we have to wait 15 real life minutes. Are you kidding me? It's a good job we've gone with 3 tanks. And I think instead of having to set up 2 more water wheels, we can just apply more cogs like so and charge up even more backpacks. I feel like we should craft a 4th. It's going to look weird if if we don't have this slot filled. That's much better. While we wait for those to charge up, let's craft ourselves the Book of Skills. We do need 2 paper, so we've got to find some sugarcane. There must be some around here, right? I don't want to go too far away from our house, because then the copper back tanks will unload, and then they won't be drawing in any oxygen at all. Come on, this stuff's usually everywhere. Why is this so rare all of a sudden? In hindsight, I really should have brought Rusty Jr. along. We have now gone too far away from our house, but we need to find this sugarcane regardless. Hey, there we go. There's our sugarcane right next to a mushroom temple by the looks of it. It is entirely made of mushroom blocks, so we can just rip through it with our axe. And there's mushrooms in here. I want to see what's at the bottom. I am a bit concerned about these mushrooms wandering down and stepping on the pressure plate and getting us killed. Well, I'm not seeing the usual setup with a pressure plate, which does concern me a bit. There's got to be some kind of trap here, surely. I refuse to believe all these chests are just laid out here for free. Although, having said that, that's absolutely what it's starting to look like. Well, you know what? If the whole place explodes, we should be able to run out of here in time. I've opened a chest and I don't hear any TNT. This is completely safe. We've got ourselves some more parchment fragments, plus a new skill page. It's Treasure of the Sands, whatever that is. We also have a golden apple, a Smite 3 book, and a Feather Falling 3 book. That's not too bad. Oh, baby, and we've hit the jackpot with this chest. Not only do we have a unique eye, but we also have 4 diamonds. This place is the best. It's literally a reskinned desert temple, but without any of the hazards. The enchanted books in here aren't great. Straddle Jump 3, Lure 3, and Banzai 1. To round it all off, we've got a Torrent 3 book, which increases damage against water-sensitive or fire-immune creatures, plus some armor trims, some emeralds, and a golden apple. Well, that was certainly a lovely surprise. Let's head home. We're gonna have to fight some monsters as we return, which is the perfect time for us to test out the Flintlock pistol. That barely did anything. Although that's not a regular skeleton. That's a huntsman, apparently. Also, this guy's got a gun. Only we're supposed to have those. This guy's basically just a beefed up skeleton. We better kill him quick. This Flintlock pistol sucks. It takes so long to reload. And I just missed as well. Do damage now. That's not too bad. It took over half his health away. Oh, we're already half health and there's loads of enemies around. We might have to eat a golden apple. What? We just got insta-killed by something. I don't know what. I'm just going to jump straight into the water. Oh, wait. No, we didn't get killed. The Totem of Illusion activates when you reach half health, doesn't it? Or when you go below half health. That actually scared the life out of me. Lesson learned, though. It is really dangerous traveling at night because of just how many monsters spawn. It doesn't help as well that we have a weapon that takes 5 business years to reload. Bro, go away. I'm so glad we built this wall. Look at all the enemies. There we go. They can't get us now. Why is this creeper so unreasonably happy? Look at him. He's just absolutely chuffed to be coming around and blowing us to bits. I cannot wait until we craft a better gun. Trick shot 360. That was pretty terrible, but we got him anyway. Now that we've got the sugarcane, which has strangely been renamed to reeds, we can go ahead and craft paper. And now we can finally go ahead and craft the Book of Skills. There's actually quite a few that are already in here. I bet with our pages we can add those extra skills we found. Do we combine them on the crafting table? No. Can we just use them like this? Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's unlocked the skill. And then using another page just levels it up. So it is worth it to collect pages of skills we've already got. It looks like we can just pay regular XP to level these up, which is going to be really easy. I don't know why we have this skill though. This is basically just useless. We can increase our climbing speed when on a ladder. Yippee. This one that we found is quite good. Dexterous Arms makes all tools last longer by sometimes preventing their damage. It's like a universal unbreaking enchantment. And we can also increase our mining speed. That's pretty tempting. First of all though, let's level up Dense Skin, which makes our skin tougher. So we basically just get more defense. The first upgrade apparently costs 1 XP. Then it costs 7. And now it's 21. And now we're going all the way up to 84. Then 139. Let's also level up our damage. And finally, we'll level up our mining speed. Now that I think about it, since it's so cheap to get the first level of everything, we may as well get 1 level in every single skill. Oh, and this one's going to be amazing. Increases the cutting speed of the axe. Finally, I won't have to spend 5 years of my life chopping wood. Okay, well, we're now down to level 2, but that was well worth it to do all those upgrades, because as you can see, we now have a full armor bar. It's like we have full diamond armor right now, and that's purely because of that Dense Skin skill that we upgraded. Let's use our newfound diamonds to craft ourselves a shiny new diamond pickaxe. While I think about it, let's go ahead and officially name Rusty Jr. Your father was a good horse. Do him proud. All of the back tanks are fully charged now. We now have an hour of oxygen to use wherever we like. We've got a bit of carpet here so we can jump up onto the wall, because the slight design flaw with this contraption is that you can't actually reach the last back tank. Now that I think think about it, I hope mobs can't jump up onto this. Oh, go away. Part of the reason why I dumped a bunch of our XP into upgrading our defense is because you can't actually wear a chest plate while using the back tank, which makes us significantly weaker. Let's head back to the caves and find ourselves some diamonds as well as some obsidian. These swarm things are the worst because they always spawn a bunch of flies that you then have to kill. Back into the mines we go. We can ride this rather convenient water stream all the way to the bottom here. There's already a baby zombie waiting down here to greet us, and I think we should greet him too. Oh man, how did you live that? Come on now. Now that we can venture into deeper depths, we can find ourselves the good stuff if zombies can stop jumping down from the heavens. I thought this was gold, but it's actually sulfur ore. Oh my god, what is that? That's some kind of mutated elephant. I can see some kind of structure on the map here, so it might be worth heading towards that. That's a flying creeper. What is this mod pack? And that's a crawling creeper. Okay, is everyone done? Can I just go back here and heal up? Thank you very much. Good job we upgraded all our skills, or we'd be dead right now. I just got close to a little box thing, and it's just spewed out a bunch of mobs. This is just awful. I've been reduced to hiding in a tiny little box. There seems to be a rather weird bug going on. I was swimming around in this water, started taking damage, resurfaced to refill my oxygen, but now whenever I go back in the water, I just instantly start taking damage. What makes it doubly confusing is that we have a back tank on, so we should have plenty of oxygen. I've tried taking off the back tank and putting it back on, but it doesn't work. We just keep taking damage. Oh, but this makes it all worth it. We found some diamonds. We need to find ourselves a lava pool so we can get enough obsidian for a nether portal and an enchanting table. Redstone looks very different in this mod pack. It looks nothing like how it usually does. I'm glad they made diamonds look similar, because if those weren't actually diamonds that we'd found and they were, I don't know, crystal ore or something, I would have actually cried. You know what, while we're down here, let's upgrade our mining speed. According to the map, we're now directly over a lava pit. We can't get too close or we start actually taking damage because of how hot it is. This is so annoying. Anytime I get close to the obsidian to start mining it, we actually end up taking damage from all the lava. Hopefully now that a lot of the lava has been turned to obsidian, the heat should come down a little bit. What I should have done is made an ice box and grabbed some water skins, because that's how you actually stay cool. And it looks like in order to actually swim underwater in these caves, we need a copper diving helmet. Backing away reset our temperature, so we're finally starting to make some progress here. Right, we've got our 14 obsidian. Usually I'd go for 18 so we could put corners on our portal, but I am not staying here a second longer than we need to. Also, since we're getting absolutely destroyed by all the monsters in the cave, I'm thinking we head back to the surface, sort out our gear, head to the zombie spawner and get that converted. Then we can level up all of our skills and become much stronger. Oh my goodness, I've been mining up and we've actually found some diamonds as we're leaving. This must be the cave's way of telling us, good job, it is a good time to leave now. I've also just found out respirators actually have durability, which is pretty horrifying to think about. Ours broke just as we left the deep slate area. Imagine if it had broken while we were deep underground collecting lava. We would have had no chance of survival. This should be the dirt that leads us to the outside world. Or maybe not. Oh wait, never mind. We have finally made it up to the surface. And it's the middle of the night, so I'm not going any further. Let's get back home ASAP. I've just looked at this enderman. That was a big mistake. It's hideous as well. Look at it. I'm very glad we've got this water to help us. This copper back tank mechanic confuses me because there's not a single bit of durability or air, I suppose, that's been taken from these. Let's connect them up to the machine and see if they need any air. And apparently not, because all of them still have 15 minutes of air, but that makes no sense. That is a very strange bug. Using our newfound diamonds, let's craft up an enchanting table. Let's also craft a diamond sword. And for now, we'll just throw a very basic sharpness 1 enchantment on it. Just for crafting the book of skills, we've got an extra 10 levels, so let's go and upgrade our skills. We'll go ahead and upgrade our attack speed. This has 25 levels, so it's actually very cheap for quite a while. Even with just a few levels, we can now attack really quickly with our diamond sword. The food situation is a little bit desperate now, so I'm using bone meal to gather up potatoes. I've seen some guides on how to make automated food farms, but unfortunately, they need components which we can't afford yet. Wait, you can't actually get baked potatoes in this mod pack? They just turn into potato chips. Anyway, it looks like we're gonna have to set ourselves up a manual wheat farm to tide us over. I suppose the farm can go down in this valley here. As you can see, this is gonna be a pretty big field. One harvest should give us about a stack of bread, I imagine. Good job we ransacked that wheat farm earlier, because we have plenty of seeds. Unfortunately, we're just short of being able to complete the farm. While we wait for all that to grow, I'd like to craft up a brand new gun. And the one I'm thinking of is the LLR Director. The recipe involves quite a few different things. We'll start with the copper gun frame. Thankfully, that's a very simple design. Next, we'll make the gun parts, which require a stamping press and a block of iron. And crafting the stamping press itself requires an entire block of iron too. There's the press, and as you can see by this little bit at the top, it needs power. And since we've determined we don't even need all these copper back tanks, we can just swap one out for the stamping press. However, in order to actually make the gun parts, we also need a gun parts mold, which you get from a blank mold. And in order to get that, we need anthrolite ingots. I do recall seeing this anthrolite ore stuff in the mines. I just never ended up picking any of it up. In the meantime, let's craft ourselves a new respirator. And we'll actually grab 2 of these just for emergencies. And now it's time to pay a quick trip to the mines to grab ourselves some anthrol stuff. Anthrolite, I think it was called. That's a demon. Please go away. Just die. Oh, apparently it's a vampire, actually, according to his name. Here we go. There's actually some anthrolite ore right here. This is where we got swarmed by mobs last time. That's another of those cages that spawned all the monsters. I'm heading right away from that. No, thank you. Also, there's diamonds right there, as well as an iron cave goblin. What is that? Why is it yellow? I don't know what that is. Is that an item? Oh, never mind. It's a little haste buff for 10 seconds. I know what you guys want me to say. I'm not going to say it. I swear, the Minecraft movie has just forever fundamentally changed the way the community looks at this mob. I'll take my diamonds. Thank you very much. And there's also more anthrolite here for us. We've got another of these vampires. They're very annoying. Why are there so many of them in these caves? Our respirator's lost a bit of durability, but it's still got plenty left. We found the deep dark, and it's this one little patch of skulk. That's about it. I turned my back for 1 minute, and already all these mobs spawn. I mean, I guess the extra XP is nice, but it's so irritating. Just let me play the game. And what is that thing? That's just a whole robot that's attacking. Oh, it's another of those crawly creeper things. I just want to find some anthrolite so I can make some cool guns. I definitely won't complain about finding more diamonds, though. We've got 12 anthrolite now, and since we're running low on food, we're just going to get out of here. Correction, we'll get out of here in 5 minutes once it finally turns to daytime. Now, we can actually head home in peace. We now need to use 5 of our anthrolite ingots to make a blank mold, and then we need to turn that into a gun parts mold. Now, if we put everything into the stamping press along with some coal, there we go. It's starting to make our gun parts. Look at them. They're getting hammered into place. That does take a little bit of durability from the parts mold, but as you can see, there's still plenty left. We also need 2 gun barrels, which cost 3 anthrolite each. We also need a firing unit, which we'll use our last anthrolite ingot for. And on top of that, we need a grip, which is very simple, just 2 wooden planks and an iron nugget. In order to actually assemble the thing, we need a gun workbench, which requires a piece of flint. I'm starting to wonder if it's even possible to get flint from gravel in this mod pack, because I've mined this block at least 40 times by now. Apparently putting gravel in a millstone will give you flint, so that's what we're going to do instead. First, we need some andesite casing, which we get by applying andesite alloy to some stripped logs. And then we combine that with a cogwheel and a piece of polished deep slate to get our millstone. And now that that's set up and moving, I think we just throw our gravel in. There we go. It's getting ground up, as you can see by the particles. For some reason, I just had to break the millstone to get this, but we now have a piece of flint. I think the flint might have gotten stuck inside. Maybe you're supposed to have a more elaborate setup with hoppers or something, so you can actually get the items from inside the millstone. Anyway, now that we have the flint we need, we can craft the gun bench. And now at last, we can assemble everything together on the gun bench along with the copper blueprint we found in order to craft ourselves the LLR Director. Just look at this thing. It's beautiful. And in order to actually make the bullets for this thing, we need more anthrolite. But we're getting there. That's the main thing. Before we go to the mines and grab some more anthrolite, I'm going to craft us a sleeping bag, which is like a bed, but it doesn't set your spawn point. I mean, spawn point isn't particularly relevant anyway, considering the fact we're in hardcore, but at the very least, it does mean if we go through the end portal later, we'll still spawn in our bed and not some random area in the world. The regular mine hasn't been treating us all too well, so let's check out this area underneath our house. We're running a bit low on coal, so this is a very welcome addition to our trip. Because we're not so far down, we actually can get our air back after coming out of water, and that means we can scoop up this anthrolite right here. Part of the reason we were struggling to find it earlier is because it's much more common at Y level 16 and above. This is so much easier. I'm pretty sure we found another of those spawner rooms right here. Oh, wait, never mind. It's just the way to an abandoned mineshaft. What on earth are you? Is that a zombie riding a zombie horse? In fact, that's exactly what this is. We have 18 anthrolite now, which should be plenty. We're going to need to use 10 of that anthrolite on 2 new molds. First of all, we'll need a medium casing mold. We then need to turn a bunch of our gunpowder into gunpowder dust. Let's chuck our medium casing mold into the press, along with some fuel and some copper ingots. That is going to make us a whole bunch of medium copper casing. We then need to combine the casing with gunpowder dust and iron nuggets to officially make the standard copper rounds. I thought we needed an extra mold for some reason, but we just have this one as a spare now. We're also going to use some of our wood plus an anthrolite ingot in order to make a wooden stock, and this is going to give us reduced recoil and increased ADS speed. We'll also craft up a muzzle brake. And now with our newfound rounds, let's load this bad boy up. This is an absolutely massive upgrade over the flintlock pistol. I'm going to get another stack of rounds sorted out, and then that should last us a decently long time. I really wish our wheat would hurry up and grow. I'm just stuck bone mealing potatoes and hoping for the best right now. We have got just under a stack and a half now, so that's not too bad. We're going to be eating so many chips. Hey look, there's a wasp flying through the air. The perfect specimen to test our new weapon on. All it takes is 2 shots and the creature's dead. I do want to make this 10-pad thing so we can start teleporting to different places, but the only problem is that it requires quartz. In order to get that, we obviously need to go to the nether. But we're obviously not strong enough for that just yet, considering the fact we're in full iron armor rather than diamond. And since we've got the food situation on hold for now, it looks like we're going to be all set to go and convert that zombie spawner into a full-on mob grinder. Now, in all honesty, I don't know how well this is going to work, because the spawn rates could be really bad, or they could be pretty decent, so we're just going to have to build the thing and find out. First things first, we need to make sure there is 4 blocks of space between the spawner and any other block. There's actually a cave spider spawner really close by. I'm not sure if we could make a dual spawner setup, or if they're too far away. I'm not going to lie, I will be a bit gutted if this doesn't work, because it does seem like it's possible. What we need to do is dig a tunnel and see if we can stand in a spot where both spawners are active at the same time. The good news is that both spawners actually do work at the same time, but the hard part is going to be joining them up and making a cohesive mob grinder. I've done a little bit of tinkering. This is where the killing chamber is going to go. We're going to have spiders arriving on this side and zombies arriving on this side. We'll set up the spider spawner first because it's the easier of the two to do. There's just so much mining involved. This better be worth it. It's looking like we're going to have to craft a new diamond pickaxe at this rate. While we're mining this out, we're actually getting lots of andesite, so that's rather useful. It seems to be working a little bit too well so far. All these guys are showing up and we are not ready for it yet. Stop. Go away, all of you. In theory, this farm should be fully functional now. If you're wondering what these stairs are for, it's so that the spiders don't start climbing the wall here and then getting stuck out of sight. They can't climb upside down stairs. All the torches have been removed, so let's see what kind of results we're getting with this. Alright, well, it does seem to be working, although they're not supposed to be able to escape. It's just a little bit slow right now. That's my main problem with it. However, it does seem like we're getting a fairly consistent stream of spiders. The AFK potential here is pretty solid. Hello there, a little bit of time has now passed. The main thing is that the farm design I came up with just absolutely sucks, so I copied some guy's design off YouTube and now it works way better. I will leave a link to his cave spider farm in the description below. The main problem is that cave spiders can fit through this half slab gap, so I had to find out a way to stop them from doing that because they just kept attacking me. I also dug this little tunnel, so now we have a way of actually getting out of this place. The other problem was that because of the way I had the water stream set up, the spiders actually were able to climb on the wall still, so with this new and improved fancy water stream, they can't do that. They get stuck. Their only option is to be pushed through here straight into the killing chamber. And now that we have way more XP to work with, let's get some upgrades going before we also convert the zombie spawner. We've got dexterous arms at level 6 now, and we'll also get an upgrade to the strong fist ability. With the spider spawner fully up and running, let's get to work on the zombie spawner. It may not seem like it, but I actually went to bed after building that spider spawner in real life, so now it's a brand new day. And I gotta tell you guys about what happened today, because I was locked into an intense life or death situation with a seagull. I was enjoying a delicious breakfast of a Greg's steak bake and a cappuccino. And I'm just sat on a bench outside, right? And all of a sudden, I see this seagull slowly walking up. Instantly, I clock what he's trying to do. He's trying to sneak up on me till he can get close enough to just fly straight at me and steal the steak bake out of my hands. It was really annoying because he'd never fully leave the area. I kept getting up off the bench and walking towards him to scare him off. But what would happen is he'd just run away for about 20 meters and then he'd slowly start walking back. We were locked into this intense life or death situation for quite a while until the arrival of a much more powerful being stopped all of that. And that being in question was a 5-year-old child who sprinted straight towards the seagull at full tilt while he was out with his parents. I'm just glad he went after the seagull and not me. I'm trying really hard to not pick up all this rubbish from the spawner chest, but it's looking like I'm gonna have to. In that short time that we've been working, the spider spawner is already at max capacity. Look at this. Thankfully, I don't need to watch a tutorial on how to set up the zombie spawner, because unlike the cave spiders, the zombies can't crawl through tiny gaps and then poison you. Yes, give me more XP. The water stream should be up and running now. All that's left to do is take out the torches and hope for the best. What should happen is they'll get pushed through this entrance, moved along by that water, and then they'll end up in the killing chamber somewhere around there. Look at that, it actually seems to be working. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we have ourselves a fully AFK-able dual spawner mob farm. Maxed out skills, here we come. I'll see you guys in a while. I'm going to spend some time boosting all of our skills up. I can't believe this is actually working. I spent about 40 minutes slaying spiders and zombies alike. I also discovered the Book of Skills had a rather handy XP bank, which made farming levels a lot easier. We're almost out of food, which is why I've decided to end the grinding here. I was able to collect us just over 5,000 XP. Plus, I've been crafting all the string that we've been getting into wool so that we have plenty available for beds for netherite mining. We also have about 1,000 rotten flesh. No idea what we're going to do with that. Anyway, let's use all this glorious XP and upgrade these skills. We'll definitely grab a couple extra levels of dense skin. We'll also buff our attack speed. We'll level up mining as well. We could put a couple levels into soft landing. That can't hurt. Although it's actually really cheap, so let's just max it out. We'll increase our jump height a bit. And we can put a little bit into strong fist to increase our melee damage. It's just so expensive. We'll go with one more level of dense skin so that we're halfway to max. That also leaves us at level 39, meaning we can can get some really good enchantments too. Oh, hold on. I don't like this extra jump height, actually. Let's go ahead and downgrade that back to base. Back home we go. We're definitely going to need some upgraded armor soon because ours just sucks. Let's go ahead and craft up all the bookshelves that we'll need. And there we go. We're now looking at level 30 enchantments. It's not worth spending the diamonds to upgrade our tools. We may as well just craft brand new ones. We've got ourselves a shiny new sword and a shiny new pickaxe. What I like about this resource pack is that it actually shows the tools getting worn down with time. You can very clearly see it with the new diamond pickaxe compared to the old one. We'll go ahead and grab ourselves efficiency 4 and we'll have to pray that we get fortune. We did! We're getting offered knockback 2, which is a hard pass. Thankfully, we can just spend some lapis to reroll the enchantments. Ooh, Slayer 4. What does that do? Apparently, it increases the damage against monsters, which sounds just like sharpness, but maybe it's a bit more effective than sharpness. You know what? Why not? Let's go for it. Really, that's all we got? Slayer 4 and Unbreaking 3? We can enchant our old sword and then just combine that with the new one. Ooh, looting 3. That's mighty tempting. You know what? We'll go for it. But it comes with knockback. No, that's so unfortunate. Alright, I'll take sharpness 4. Why not? And it comes with knockback again, man. Are you serious? Oh, hold on. Check this out. You actually can't have Slayer and sharpness on the same sword. We'll keep this sword for now. The knockback could prove quite useful. Who knows? We're going to head back to the mines with our Fortune 3 pickaxe and get ourselves a full set of diamond armor. That's going to be the only way we'll survive in the nether. Before we do that, though, let's craft ourselves one of these copper diving helmets. There we go. And now we should have no trouble with any underwater caves. We just got a bunch of XP from quest rewards, so let's store it all away. I actually didn't realize at first, but our iron gloves are broken, so we'll need to replace those. And now we should be good to go. Since we have both efficiency 4 and a bunch of upgrades to our mining speed, we should be able to rip through the stone and find diamonds in no time. It doesn't spawn very often on the deep slate level, but we can also look for some anthracite or whatever it's called. Got to make sure we have our back tank and our copper diving helmet equipped. And you know how I was talking about our mining speed? We can now insta-mine stone. I knew all that mob spawner grinding was worth it. I don't know why I'm saying it like it was in any way difficult. I just watched YouTube on my second monitor. And talking of YouTube videos, I'm going to set this video a like goal of 4 likes. I know that's quite a lot. That is quite a lot of likes, but I reckon if we all press the button right now, we can do it. I'll like the video and I'll get my nan and my dog to like the video as well. So that's already 3. So all you got to do is like it as well. Wait, I've just discovered how the back tank bug actually works. If we don't have the copper diving helmet equipped, we get all the benefits of the oxygen from the back tank, but the game just doesn't take the oxygen from it. Our respirator does still take durability damage though. It is a really useful bug, but I want to play properly and fairly, so I will equip the copper diving helmet. If you look just above our hotbar, you can see we do actually have a timer for the back tank now. Good job we brought these extra tanks along. We mine deep slates so fast now, it's amazing! And now that we're at Y-51, it's time for us to find all the diamonds that we deserve. This sucks! I'm finding nothing! Oh hey, we have found a little cave. No diamonds in it though. We were having more luck earlier when we were just stumbling onto them by accident. Here we go, here's another cave. There we go, that's what I'm talking about. We can demolish all the mobs now thanks to our upgraded attack speed and strength. And of course, not to forget our licensed firearm. It was unfortunately a single diamond, but thanks to our fortune, we've got 2 instead. I'm leaving a waypoint on the map so we can actually find our way back. I'm pretty sure the damage buffs we've been getting apply to our guns as well. With enough buffs, we could basically have a semi-auto sniper rifle. Out of my way, skeleton. Thankfully, fortune actually works on anthracite, so we can get loads of it. Oh, here's another of those monster cages, but we should be ready to take it on now. I mean, is it actually going to spawn the monsters, or are we just going to be able to break it in time? I don't even think this thing is breakable. I was just mining some anthracite, and I'm pretty sure I've just dug straight up into a zombie spawner. Yep, that is definitely the case. No wonder I was hearing so many of you up here. We've got the other side music disc, a golden apple, and a bit of extra gunpowder. Yes, more diamonds! Was it another? Okay, thank goodness it wasn't another 1 vein. We aren't leaving the mines till we have enough diamonds for a full set of armor. Oh, is that a fossil up there? I don't think I've ever found one of these in Minecraft before. Oh, never mind. No, it's mushroom stems. I thought these were bone blocks. More diamonds! Oh, the mob spawner's actually about to spawn some stuff. Yeah, that's right. We'll take you all on. Oh, this is just easy pickings. Ow, okay, not when you get splashed in the face by a harming potion. That's pretty bad. For some reason, there's a drop diamond here. I think that might be our reward for clearing the spawner. Get out of here, witch. Goodbye. We only have 30 seconds of air left in our back tanks, so we'll swap early. Right then, let's have out these diamonds. And they're another 1 vein. Are you joking? Thankfully, our fortune gave us 2 diamonds. Looks like that's where the rest of the mobs from the spawner went. I keep calling this stuff anthracite when it's anthralite. Anyway, we've got loads of it now, so crafting new guns should be no problem at all. Plus, when we get back home, we can actually treat ourselves to a new attachment, a drum magazine. I'm glad we've gone with the cave mining method. It's much more fun than just strip mining. I would love to find a diamond vein with more than 2 diamonds in it, though. I'm glad we've marked the mine entrance, because it is an absolute maze down here. By the way, if any of you are wondering where the XP is going, I just keep storing it away in our bank. Yes, finally more diamonds! And it's a 1 vein again, isn't it? Nope, it's 2. Okay, 2 vein. I'll take it. Our fortune didn't work at all there. We only got the 2 diamonds. What a scam. A horde of you guys isn't particularly scary anymore. I'd just like to let you know. Once you get access to Fortune 3, it feels like the Minecraft playthrough fundamentally changes. It becomes a breeze to get ores. I love it so much. Looks like we've gone up a little bit too high here because we're starting to get back into the stone layer. But we've just found diamonds, so you know what? I'm not complaining at all. And this is actually the first vein that's more than 2. Just 6 more and we can craft ourselves a full suit of armor. Don't get me wrong though, I'm collecting plenty of the other ores too. Speaking of diamonds, we found even more and it's another 1 vein. I'm getting robbed here. It's weird because it feels like the diamonds are almost more common in the stone layer, but that's just not the case in regular Minecraft. I don't know why they would tweak it or if they would. I'm gonna mine a bit higher up and see if we have more luck there. Look at this, a blue mushroom. It's not important or anything. I just think it looks cool. When we get back, we should make a fully automatic weapon because it just feels a bit slow to keep shooting this. What is this? It's like a hidden mushroom grotto thing. Looking at the map, it seems to be a mushroom mine shaft, but I'm not seeing any minecart chests on here, so I'm not particularly interested. Look at all the iron that's available in this room. Finally, more diamonds, and it's not a 1 vein. We're going to be on to our last back tank in a second, which I'm not massively happy about. Wait a minute, we've been down here before. I recognize this little patch of sculpt. Wait, we can leave now anyway. We've got 25 diamonds. I'm sure the exit's around here somewhere. This is it, isn't it? Yep, I recognize that mushroom pillar. We can finally leave. I've gone ahead and moved our back tank charging area because it was annoying me how it was pushed up into the corner. We'll go ahead and get these 3 recharged. And now that that's done, let's craft ourselves a shiny new suit of diamond armor. And we'll also withdraw everything from our XP tank. It shouldn't be particularly difficult to get a full set of protection 4 armor. Oh wow, we actually got a really good enchantment on our boots. Just like that, Prot 4 helmet, Prot 4 chestplate, Prot 4 leggings, and Prot 4 boots. Before we go to the nether, it's time for us to craft a new gun, the Rusty Gnat. Now I know that doesn't sound very threatening, but it's a fully automatic SMG. We should have the materials to craft everything. Also, once we get back from the nether, we are definitely working on an automated storage system. This gun requires a rapid firing unit, which we can make with these materials right here. It of course needs a barrel and a magazine. And that should be everything now. Yep, there we go. We've got the Rusty Gnat. We'll transfer the stock and the muzzle brake from our LLR onto this new gun. And we'll also craft 2 gun magazines, which we can then combine into a drum mag. I don't remember how. Apparently, we just need 2 iron ingots. Yep, there we go. We can also make use of that spare blank mold we've got to craft a small casing mold. And that's because this gun uses compact copper bullets rather than standard ones. The wheat field's nowhere near ready for harvest. I'm still having to bone meal potatoes. At the very least, we now have Fortune 3, so we can get loads more. Right then, let's get ourselves some compact copper rounds crafted up. We've now got enough for a full magazine. There's this wandering trader that's hanging out underneath our house, and judging by these terrible trades, it seems like he wants to be a test subject. Unload the full mag! Oh my god! Yo, we just obliterated him. Alright, well, good to know the gun's effective. And you know what? Let's go ahead and get it enchanted. Swift Reloader 2 seems pretty decent, considering it's quite slow at the moment with the drum mag. Unfortunately, that was the only enchantment that we got, but still, that's fine. Oh, yeah, that's much faster. I'm just emptying everything out from our backpack so we have ourselves a clear inventory. In order for us to actually survive in the nether, we're going to need to craft a soul spring lamp. The lamp is an item that cools down a 9x9 area around the player. It only activates when the player is in deadly heat in the nether. It's fueled by soul sprouts that you can grow on soul sand / soil. We get 8 sprouts for just crafting the lamp, so we don't need to worry about that. However, in order to actually unlock the quest, we need to complete both crafting a hearth and crafting a sewing table. The hearth is used to cool down a home, and the sewing table is used to imbue armor with certain items so that it can become better at resisting heat or cold. What kind of scam is this though? The hearth can only be crafted if you have soul sand, which can obviously only be found in the nether. At the very least, we can craft a sewing table. It's just 6 planks and some wool. Beautiful. There we go. Unfortunately, we need hoglin skin or rabbit hide in order to give our armor heat resistance. It looks like we're gonna have to quickly nip into the nether and pray that we get a good spawn next to some soul sand. I'm waiting on some bullets to finish crafting, so in the meantime, let's dig a path to our new nether portal. We've got to make this whole affair look official. It won't be anything fancy, but we can make the portal look a bit presentable at least. Overall, I'd say it's turned out quite nice. Alright, here we go. We gotta remember, we just gotta rush in, grab some soul sand, and get out. I'm pretty sure that's exactly what we need right there. I do hate that we've spawned in a basalt deltas though. I actually forgot to bring any blocks, so I'm gonna head back. Alright, I'm back with blocks, but how did I not notice there was soul sand right next to the portal? I thought we needed regular bricks, but it turns out you actually need nether bricks, which is rather easy. All we need is a couple pieces of netherrack and we're good to go. Interestingly enough, this mod pack actually uses the old netherrack texture. These guys are always incredibly annoying no matter what mod pack they're in. It feels good to just unload an entire magazine. That was borderline therapeutic. The other material that we need for the hearth is 6 cobblestone and 1 redstone to make a smokestack. And now we have everything that we need. We just whip it all together like so, and we've got ourselves a hearth. Now then, let's see. What do we need for this soul spring lamp? The gold nugget, iron ingots, and chain are fine. Getting a heart of the sea is going to prove to be a little bit more difficult. Looks like we need to take a small detour and go hunt for a buried treasure map. This ant is very, very lost. Where is he going? This is the David Goggins of ants. He's going to swim across this entire ocean to deliver this leaf to his hive? Colony? No, it's colony, isn't it? I do see a ruined portal down here. Wait, why didn't I just mine ruined portals for obsidian rather than suffering with the lava earlier? I should have thought of that. There's not really anything in here, to be honest. There's some extra sugarcane out here for us too. Unfortunately, only sunken ships contain buried treasure maps, but we might as well loot this one. Oh, hey, that village is actually fishing. I didn't think they knew how to do anything apart from walk around and be stupid. Anyway, you guys are now being boarded. Please do not resist. I suppose they could have a heart of the sea lying around, but it's highly unlikely. So far, it's not looking good. Yep, they don't have it. It's usually pretty easy to find shipwrecks, but right now I'm finding nothing. Here we go, finally. I really hope this has got what we're looking for. Please tell me there's a second chest here somewhere. And the answer to that is going to be a no, unfortunately. Just got to keep looking. Well, that's not what we're looking for, but we might as well explore it. Looks like it's another place filled with machines. We'll actually take some of this stuff because we'll need it later for our own contraptions. This structure's got even more stuff going on in it. There's actually some free andesite casing, which we might as well take. Overall, not a bad little find. I was kind of hoping that since it was on a beach, it could give us a buried treasure map, but that's fine. Here's what we've been looking for. These things are borderline impossible to spot on the map. Come on, let's see it. Buried treasure map? No. We've got these bottles of soulfire, whatever those do. There is a second chest, thankfully, and there's still no buried treasure map. Are you serious? I don't care about a magic quartz flower. I just want a buried treasure map. We do have this little underwater dungeon thingy right here with a spawner. We have an ancient tome that can give +1 to Bane of Arthropods. No, thank you. Oh, and we've got one of these tattered tomes that gives us free XP. We've also got a page with skill for dense skin, so we can use that to get another level. Usually an infinity bow would be an amazing find, but we're using guns. We don't need bows. Let's see how much XP we can get from these tattered tomes. We got up to 21 levels. That's not too bad. And I almost forgot. Actually, let's use that page with skill. There we go. And now the hunt for buried treasure continues. Oh, hold on. You want the smoke, do you? You may have a trident, but can it really compete with a fully automatic gun? The answer's no. No, it can't. He's already dead. Here we go. Next shipwreck. Finally, there we go. Also, we've got 3 tattered tomes. We also have more of these soulfire bottles. Apparently, we're right on the treasure, although this guy's been chasing me for a solid 5 minutes. Well, this is what's going to happen to you. Sorry. Unlucky, mate. I'm going to have to annihilate this entire beach in order to find the treasure, aren't I? One of these days, the X on the treasure maps is actually going to be made accurate. And on that day, world hunger will also be solved, and it's going to rain money from the sky. That's how unlikely it is that that'll actually happen. Finally, there we go. Look at the destruction we had to cause. As promised, there's our heart of the sea. Oh, and as an added bonus, we actually get a unique eye for the end portal. We've also got a book for a dragonfly, which is apparently a flying motorcycle. That could be quite cool. I almost forgot. Let's check the XP of these tattered tomes. And that's got us up to level 31. Not bad. Into the XP bank you go. We've actually headed out almost 1,500 blocks, so it's a bit of a trek to get back home. This is new. We've got some kind of abandoned house. There's not really anything in here. We'll take the 1 iron ingot. Of course, now that we're 400 meters from our house, I find another shipwreck. I guarantee this has a buried treasure map in it. Yep. Yes, it does. Looks like there's a custom modded shipwreck right here. And it does actually have a little bit of loot for us. You're telling me this is a drowned? Your makeover in this mod pack has not been pretty, I'll tell you that much. There's actually a spawner here. Let's get rid of that. Wait, this is a golden apple crate right here, which means that should give us 9 golden apples. I think that's all the loot now. Not a bad little structure. I mean, 9 golden apples for free is always a win. Unrelated, but I'm going to change the wooden stock on our rusty gnat to a weighted stock. Hopefully this should help mitigate some of the recoil. I mean, this is a bit better, I guess. Anyway, more importantly, let's get our soul lantern crafted up. Why is that not working? Wait, I think it's iron ingots instead of nuggets. Yeah. Let's claim our quest and get 8 soul sprouts. Before we go to the nether, we better farm a few of these. Apparently, the best way to grow these is to have lava next to them. Unfortunately, in order to put fence gates here, we need some nether fence gates, otherwise they're just going to burn up. For example, crimson or warped gates will be fine. It looks like the lantern comes fully charged when you craft it, which is very generous. Since the lamp's already fully charged, I say we just head into the nether and see how we get on. If it's quickly running out, then we'll head back home and wait around for these to grow. I can already see this structure on the map, so let's check that out first. chest. We will need to quickly take care of these skeletons. We'll make sure to collect quartz because we need that to craft the temp pad. Also, there's a green ore over there, and I don't know what that could possibly be. We'll quickly make ourselves a staircase down. And now we can see what this green ore is all about. It's raw wolframite. Looks like you can crush it. Then you turn it into wolframite dust. Then you need to wash the dirty dust into clean dust. And finally, using that dust, you can create molten tungsten. We shouldn't have to worry about soul sprouts at all, because it looks like they just grow naturally in the soul sand biomes. There we go. We've already got 9 spare. Here's that structure we saw, and it's got a guy that doesn't look particularly friendly in the middle of it. Oh, hold on. The guy's actually active now. And he can raise zombies? What's all that about? He can also hit us with an armor reduction effect, which is pretty scary. Oh, God. And he's on the move. Looks like we're going to be forced to fight him. And it looks like his strategy is just to swarm us with these zombie villager things. Well, we've definitely arrived now, and we're going to have to fight whether we like it or not. Well, we didn't spend all that time leveling up our skills and getting protection 4 armor for nothing. I really love if he could stop teleporting all the time. That's rather annoying. Oh, and he's just hit us with a massive attack. Reload, please. I can't even get close because of his hordes of zombies. We just dumped an entire mag into him, though. We did a lot of damage there. He's going for his Ultra Spirit Bomb. We've got to get out of the way. Oh, God. No. Come on, just die. Just got to keep on firing. He's getting a bit low. Come on. It doesn't help that we're running out of ammo here. In fact, we're now fully out. We're getting some hits off with our sword. He's going for another giant attack. He has passive healing, which is by far the most annoying part. Just die already. Come on. I saw his health bar. He's really low now. We're gonna win this. Come on. Die. We got him. We actually got him. 150 bullets gone just like that. Let's see what he dropped. This better have been worth it. We've got a summoning soul necklace. When you take damage and it accumulates to 50, summon a corpse. Can counteract the side effects brought on by the frenzy effect. That's rather interesting. Let's get that equipped. So now we can have our very own corpse army fighting for us. Also, I'm glad we brought a spare respirator because our current one's just broken. Is there any loot lying around in this place, or is it just kind of nothing? Well, we're definitely taking damage from this skeleton here, but it's not summoning any corpses. Oh, hold on. I misspoke. We've already got one. The mobs have always had strength in numbers, but it looks like finally that's starting to change. Good job, minion. Anyway, before we go any further, I'm going to head back home and restock on ammo, plus get us some spare respirators. I was not expecting to be thrown into a boss fight within the first 5 minutes of entering the nether. Oh, hey, it looks like that weird druid guy also dropped this thing, the Heart of Pagan, and it's used to make frenzy potions. And it looks like frenzy is a pretty powerful effect, giving us +1 swim speed, plus 100% speed, plus 5 damage, and plus 5 step height. We'll grab ourselves 2 extra respirators. I've just had a look through our chests, and I have bad news. We don't have enough gunpowder to make more bullets. Thankfully, we have a stockpile of standard copper rounds, so we're going to switch to the LLR Director for now. We may as well also slap a level 30 enchantment on it too. And now let's give this whole nether exploration thing another try. We're going to have to be extra careful about getting into any reckless boss fights, because without the rusty gnat there to just fire at will against that weird druid thing, we would not have survived that fight. We barely have a stack of bullets with this thing, so we're going to have to conserve ammo as best we can. Thankfully, we didn't spend all that time leveling up our defense for nothing. We should be able to tank most mobs' attacks. I've marked our portal on the map now, so we always know where to return to. I've already managed to spot a bastion on the map. Oh yeah, I forgot. We need to collect some glowstone at some point too. Hey look, it's a chunky piglin. And is that a gun? That is not fair, man. Put that down. Let's take him on in close range, and yep, that's the end of him. I guess knockback does have its uses after all. We've already reached the top area of the bastion, and that's a piglin brute, so this is a very good time to use our gun. Oh, hold on. Knockback's actually really useful here as well, because they can't even get close to us. Alright, please die. We're here to take all your loot. Oh, wow. Magma cream looks very different in this resource pack. It looks almost tasty. We've got ourselves a cave tablet, a golden apple, some withered tomes, some netherite scrap, actually. We've also got some emeralds, some iron, and what is this? Tools of War Chapter 6. Contains various plans on how to make hoes effective in combat. Allows them to be improved in a workbench. Oh, wow. Look at this. There's loads of stuff in here. Got more emeralds in here, which is rather nice. Please go away and let me steal everything that you own. We've got ourselves some ancient debris in this chest. That's perfect. We've also got this thing, the Charm of Hellblade. Your armor will be ineffective. All damage you cause will be doubled, and when damage reaches 75% of the target's health, you'll cause significant additional damage and heal yourself. Don't get me wrong, this is a really cool item, but it is terrible for a hardcore playthrough. Also, can you leave me alone? I'm trying to read this item here. The last bit of loot that we can find will be literally right in the center. We'll start off by mowing down all the piglins that we can find. There's a whole lot of you guys here, and I'm not the biggest fan. Oh, hello, it's a little nether goblin trader. Unfortunately, we can't do this amazing trade right here. If we give him 4 ancient debris, he gives us 5 netherite scrap in return. I'm sorry, little guy. I'm sure someone else will take that deal, though. We are going to go netherite mining in the future, so hopefully another one of those guys will show up after we're done. Unfortunately, there's a bone serpent that's trying to jump out of the lava and attack us. Hopefully, we should just be able to drop right into the center and snatch up all the loot. Oh, I just got knocked off by some random thing. I don't know what happened, but now we're down here, I guess. Everybody just stay calm. Okay, we're deep in the lava. That's not great. This is fine. We got this. This is nothing. We just got to make sure to eat golden apples. And look at that. Now we're out. I'm not going back in there again. Go away. Not the most pleasant experience, but we made it out the other end. I think we're getting too hot. The whole world's going blurry. I've gone a bit higher, and now we're slowly starting to cool down. I think we might have actually died of heat stroke if we'd stayed there too long. I suppose if you think about it, taking a lava bath won't exactly do you any favors. We do need to head back down there quickly, because I remember seeing a netherite upgrade in the chest. And there we go. We've got the smithing template. There's also this forbidden fruit thing. After consuming the fruit, you shall never experience hunger again, but any form of regeneration will have an 80% weaker effect. Nah, we don't need that. We're gonna live off potato chips till the day we die. I'll make sure to grab this nether wart before we go, and then we do need to get out of here before we die of heat stroke. Oh, hello. That could actually be another fortress. Even though the end portal requires 12 unique eyes, I'm fairly certain that one of those eyes can be the regular eye of end that you can craft with blaze powder and an ender pearl. Why are you trying to shoot me? You're a zombie hoglin. You're supposed to not be attacking until I actually hit you. It's just bad manners, really. Right, well, we've arrived. Oh, wait, this isn't a nether fortress. This is a nether ancient city. There's also this temple that's very weirdly generated above it, so we'll check that out. Oh, and would you look at that? There's already a TNT trap in here. Even though this is a stone sword, we're actually going to take it because there's a way to strip enchantments off of items. Man, the nether really is tough on respirators. It's already almost broken. The ghasts are definitely annoying, but I will take ghasts over wardens any day of the week. Now then, where are the chests at? I mean, there's a magma cube spawner in here, and it actually does have a chest. Well, I mean, there's 4 lava buckets and this silent foot skill. I mean, it's kind of cool. It makes looting the normal ancient cities easier, but that's about it, really. There's got to be more than just that in this place, right? Oh, here we go, finally. Now, that's more like it. 2 enchanted notch apples? These actually are the regular enchanted golden apples, but they've been changed to notch apples in this mod pack. Can you guys just let me loot this place? I'm getting shot at while trying to look at the chest. We've got ourselves a Fortune 3, Efficiency 5, Unbreaking 3 Netherite hoe. We've also got a looting tome, a bit of blaze powder, and even a diamond steel blueprint. The other chest isn't quite as good. We've got a Bane of Arthropods tome, but we do have some more ancient debris. Checking the map, it looks like this is the only chest area in the entire city. So with that done, let's move on to whatever this blob is. Man, these crimson mosquitoes are so annoying. Now, I'm pretty sure that black structure we saw is actually underground. Okay, well, I've just randomly found ancient debris while looking for it, so that's a nice little bonus. I'm starting to hear quite a lot of blazes, so we're definitely near to whatever this thing is. Here we go, we've made it. And it looks like it's just a little blaze spawner, but this can't be what we're looking for, because this is tiny. Yeah, see, look at this. I am actually going to farm this spawner for a little while, so we have a nice little surplus of blaze rods. Really? I've killed 7 blazes, and we've got 1 blaze rod from that? This is actually the perfect time to use our looting 3 stone sword. That's more like it. We've now got 9. Let's keep heading down. I want to know what this weird structure is all about. We finally found it, at least. Oh, wait, hold on. I do know what this is for. This is for another boss fight. If I could direct your attention to our armor, it is absolutely annihilated. Plus, we're using a suboptimal gun with barely 30 bullets left. We'll leave a marker for this on the map and come back later. It's time for us to head back home. We found exactly what we were looking for in the nether, though, plus a bunch of extra bonus parts. We have ancient debris, we have a netherite upgrade, we have the quartz, and actually that reminds me, we still need to collect glowstone. Go away! Get off my face! I'm gonna make sure to grab some bone blocks on the way back, because then we can infinitely bone meal our potatoes and have infinite potato chips. Here's the glowstone that we need. Home, here we come. Annoyingly, the temp pad actually requires tinted glass, which means we need to go caving and find ourselves a geode. However, our chests are in a sorry state, so before we dive right back into the caves, it's time to set up an automated storage system. However, some of the components for this require complex pieces of machinery, which means we need to set up a workshop area. This seems like the perfect area to build it. I think the wall's actually lagging a little bit because the area on the other side of the nether portal's loaded, so I'm going to break it and see if that helps. Nope, that hasn't really helped. My PC genuinely sounds like it's about to explode. I'm thinking we use some spruce wood for our workshop. That reminds me, actually, I'm going to delve into our XP bank and upgrade our wood cutting skill. There we go. We're now level 20 out of 25 in wood cutting. Yeah, this definitely makes a difference. It feels like I'm using a diamond axe. We've got a couple couple stacks of spruce logs now. That should tide us over. We're not going to add any walls to this thing. It's going to be a roof held up by struts. And the reason for that is so that we have plenty of room for all the weird contraptions that we might build. I don't want to have to force them up against the wall and try and chop out little bits and fit it all in. It's going to be a bit difficult otherwise. We'll go with an industrial tough outline around the edge. And then we'll go with these andesite tiles for the floor. Honestly, I would have preferred if they were a little bit more grey instead of this white that they've got going on, but this isn't too bad. Now then, let's bring up the spruce wood columns, and then we'll craft ourselves some vertical spruce slabs. We can use these along with some spruce trapdoors to make a really nice textured pillar design. Now then, let's go ahead and connect up the pillars, and we'll actually try out some of these spruce corner trims. Oh yeah, I really like that design. There we are. I'm very happy with how this is looking. As for the roof, I'm thinking we go with spruce stairs for an outline and then oak wood stairs for the main bit. Look at this thing. I'm super happy with how it's turned out. We're going to craft up some conveyor belts which require dried kelp in order to make. We also need plenty of andesite alloy. We need andesite casing as well. And now we're going to craft our first component, the mechanical press. We'll also be making some funnels. We'll also need to craft a vertical gearbox. As per usual, we need to set up a water wheel to power this. And then we throw in the mechanical press. Then we chuck down some chests. We then put funnels on either side of them. And we also need to craft up the mechanical belts and slap those in. There we go. We also need to make another vertical gearbox, which we'll use to hook up the conveyor belt. And now we have ourselves our very first machine. We should be able to place some iron ingots in this chest like so. They then move along the conveyor, stop in the middle. They then get crushed, which does take a little bit of time, but it's slowly going to come down and hammer them into position. And then the iron plate should go ahead and be transferred into this chest. You know what? I've decided this system is too slow. We're going to revamp it. And all we need to do is incorporate a large cogwheel next to a small cogwheel to increase the RPM. It's alright. All great systems require some tuning before they're fully up to speed. I'm glad you can exchange vertical gearboxes for regular ones and vice versa. Alright, check out the new and improved crusher. It's not the prettiest thing in the world. I'm sure there's a way to do this much more efficiently, but now it's working a lot faster. Let's chuck in some iron to test. It's not blazingly fast, but it's significantly faster than what we had before. And now we have automated production of iron sheets. We need these along with some polished rose quartz to craft ourselves an electron tube. Rose quartz can be found in the nether. I'm pretty sure I actually saw some while we were there. And we also need to make a new machine, which is a deployer. Although in order to actually craft deployers, we need electron tubes. Thankfully, you can actually just polish rose quartz manually using sandpaper. So that's what we'll do at first. And then we'll obviously make the more sophisticated machine. We need to go ahead and harvest our soul sprouts, which have been growing very nicely. And then we can use them to charge up our lantern. With any luck, this shouldn't take particularly long. Look at that. There's enough rose quartz here to last us a lifetime. We've got just over a stack of the stuff now. That'll be plenty. Now that we've got the rose quartz, we combine sand with paper in order to craft the sandpaper. We then hold the rose quartz in our offhand and click our sandpaper, and there we go. That's polishing it. It kind of looks like we're eating it, which is a bit off-putting, but still. Oh yeah, if you go in F5, we actually are eating it. It just plays the eating animation. Now we can combine our polished rose quartz with an iron sheet in order to craft the electron tube. And now we can already craft ourselves the first ingredient for the storage terminal, which is a display board. We simply combine 2 andesite alloy with an electron tube like so. We also need to use some of our iron sheets to craft ourselves a blaze burner. We're actually going to need to head back into the nether so that we can capture a blaze inside this, and he's going to power one of our new machines. Also, I realized why our wheat field was growing so slowly earlier. It's because this mod pack has seasons. Wheat mainly grows in summer and autumn, which means in other seasons like spring that you start off with, it grows really slowly. Sadly, we can't actually grow any more potatoes because they only grow in spring. You can still bone meal them, but if you do it in a season where they're not supposed to grow, then it's about 5 times as inefficient, so you need 5 times the bone meal. Here we go, we've got ourselves a blaze. This might be slightly ethically dubious, but hey, it's going to power our contraptions for many, many years to come. You know, if it was up to me, I'd design a method where we could use crimson mosquitoes for fuel. Go on, corpse minion, you can beat that crimson mosquito. You got this. It doesn't seem to be going all too well. Oh, there we go. They're fighting. Come on. Oh, we got the first one, but that one took him down with him. We need to go ahead and craft ourselves up a whisk using some of our iron sheets and andesite alloy. And then we combine that with some casing and a cog in order to craft ourselves a mechanical mixer. And we also need to craft ourselves a basin. And this is what we needed the blaze burner for. We need it in order to melt metals to create alloys. It's taken a bit of trial and error, but this is the contraption I've come up with. We have these 2 chests right here, which is where the items that are going to be mixed go in. They then get carried along these conveyors into the mixer right here, and then they get pushed out onto this conveyor and then moved into this chest. All that's left to do is get it all connected up and working. There we go. It's all up and running now. We're going to be using this contraption to create brass, which is a combination of copper and zinc. Unfortunately, though, though, we need to mine some zinc first, so I'm gonna go grab that quickly. There should just be some lying around in the tunnels by our zombie spawner. It doesn't help that all this glow lichen looks exactly like zinc from a distance. Fortunately, it is rather common. There's some right here. There's more here as well. We've got plenty now. I'm actually running a little bit low on andesite alloy now that I think about it. It's finally time for us to upgrade our accelerated furnace perk. Alright, that's definitely an improvement over the usual furnace, but it's not as fast as I was hoping. Let's power up our blaze burner with the coal that we've mined. And now we'll put copper in this chest and zinc in this chest. And look at that, it's flowing in and being mixed. And then just as I hoped, it's getting chucked out onto this conveyor belt and pushed into this chest. There we go. We can create brass en masse now. We do need to stamp one of our brass ingots into a sheet. And we also need to get a bit of brass casing. And now we can obtain the next component for the storage terminal, which is the display link. Forget the part about the brass sheet, actually. It turns out we need a copper one. And now we combine the copper sheet with the brass casing and a redstone torch to craft ourselves the display link. We now need to build a new contraption in order to get ourselves a precision mechanism. And that's where the deployers I was talking about come into play. We can finally put the brass plates to good use because we need quite a few of them. And it's so that we can craft up these brass hands. We can then combine the hands with some andesite casing and an electron tube in order to craft a deployer. Trust me, this mechanism is going to be incredibly simple. Alright, it's all up and running now. Although having said that, I've just realized I completely forgot to do anything about the conveyor belt, so clearly it's not up and running yet. Okay, there we go. Now it's fully functional. In order to make our precision mechanism, we need to give the first deployer a cogwheel, the second a large cogwheel, and the third an iron nugget. We then need to send a golden sheet along the conveyor belt 5 times, and we have an 80% chance to get a precision mechanism. I've put all the different items in the deployers, so now all that's left is to get the gold sheet, and that is a rather simple endeavor. Now we just gotta pray that this actually works, but it is being assembled, so far so good. We just gotta send it through a couple more times. This is it. Do we have a precision mechanism? Yes, we do. We've now got 3 of the 4 materials needed to craft the storage terminal. The last thing we need is a smart observer, and we can make that using the materials that we already have. First, we need brass casing, as well as an electron tube, and finally, we need an observer. With that now crafted, we should have every material that we need. We'll assemble everything together in the crafting grid, along with some buttons, and there we go. We've got the storage terminal. Boom! There are a couple more things we need to craft up, such as an inventory connector, but thanks to all the machines that we've built, there's nothing else that we need to really do in terms of building new things. We've already got the means to make everything now. We'll need some inventory cables using brass sheets and dried kelp. We also need to craft up some chutes, and then we combine those with the inventory cables to make inventory cable connectors. We also need to craft an inventory connector using a chute and a piece of brass casing, and now we should have everything we need. Now we just have to connect everything up. We won't actually connect these chests right now because otherwise the items in them won't actually be organized if we have, say, multiples of them in other chests. Say we have these 13 mahogany buttons here, and we also had 3 mahogany buttons in this chest. That's now 2 wasted slots on a single item, if that makes sense. So what we need to do is set the storage system up, take the items out of these chests, it then automatically sorts them into these, and then we can connect these chests up as well. We need to put our storage terminal on top of the inventory connector, and now everything should be all connected. So if we start dumping our items inside, there we go, they're appearing. So now we can dump every single item we own. It's going to be automatically sorted. If you just bear with me while I clear out everything. Now that that's all done, we can add these chests to our storage system. Every single item that we own is now categorically sorted and searchable at any time. We have worked so hard on this for so long. That reminds me, actually, we have 2 withered tomes lying about, so we may as well just use them. All the way up to level 29. Not bad. I've been dreading this for a while, but I knew it was coming. We need to get ourselves a mending librarian. Look at our gear. Fortunately, we do have an entire supply of villagers, as well as some bears, so let's ignore them. And according to the map, everyone's on the outskirts of the island. What are you guys doing down there? Well, it's prevented them from being killed by monsters, so I guess they sort of know what they're doing. Good day, Wilton. You are going to become a mending librarian whether you like it or not. I'll see you guys soon. I can already tell this is going to be incredibly painful. Hey, there we go. You know, he actually did offer mending earlier, but it was for 36 emeralds, and I had an internal debate for about 5 minutes before I realized I will never let a villager scam me. I am the one who scams the villagers. Although we've got enough emeralds that we don't really need to worry about converting him and getting this for a good price. We can just buy the books for their normal cost. I don't know what else we'd use these emeralds for anyway. Alright, goodbye, Wilton. Don't die, please. And now we can treat ourselves to a full suit of mending diamond armor. We may as well throw mending on our sword and pickaxe as well. I just found this out too. You can actually enchant respirators, so we'll go ahead and grab mending and unbreaking too. We will craft 2 spares though, just in case. Those can go in our backpack, which is now fully clear. It's a lovely sight to see. Without a storage system, these always just become super clogged up. Let's grab all of our copper back back, tanks, because it's time for a mining trip. Although first we'll be paying a visit to our mob grinder to get all of our stuff repaired. Looks like it's time for a bit of good old-fashioned AFKing. Everything is now good as new. And since we've ended up with some extra XP, let's level up some of our skills. I'm thinking we max out our attack speed. And there we go, just like that, level 25 out of 25. We may as well also increase our mining speed a bit. We've already thoroughly explored the caves in this area, so we're going to head up a little bit further. We're not really looking for anything specific on this trip. We just need a refresh on the general resources. We need more iron, more gold, more diamonds, more copper, etc, etc. What on earth are you? This thing's called a mungus. Let's leave them. They're slightly disturbing. Oh, and check it out. We found ourselves a chameleon. I'm going to trap them in this hole because chameleons molt once a day, and that molt can be used with the sewing table to give your armor the best resistance against both hot and cold areas. If we can transport him back to our base and trap him above a hopper, we'll have infinite chameleon molts. We should be far away enough from our old caves now. I thought this was a geode, and remember we need that amethyst for the tinted glass for the tempad, but unfortunately this is Galena. Now that we're entering the caves, let's get our copper diving helmet and back tank equipped. Now that could be interesting. There's this underground structure here. We may as well mine over to it. Come on then, do your worst. Let's see what monsters you spawn. These things are really weird. It feels like sometimes they take ages to actually start up, and then half the time they just don't work at all. Oh yes, diamonds. Glorious diamonds. Seems like our 1 to 2 vein curse continues, but it doesn't matter because there's even more diamonds down there. It's another 2 vein. That's fine. It's a weird little biome, really. There's just glow lichen everywhere. Let's keep mining towards that structure, and in the meantime we'll find diamonds. And this was a 6 vein, or maybe even a 7 vein actually. Thanks to our fortune, we already have 23. We should be directly under the structure now. Never mind. Maybe it is below. There we go. We've made it to whatever this is. Seeing the iron bars had me think it was a stronghold at first, but it's definitely not a stronghold. You don't mind if I have a little peek in this chest, do you? Nope, you don't mind? Thanks. Emeralds are a rather nice find considering we had to spend all of ours on mending books. We should just be able to tear our way through here. Our gear's definitely good enough, and it seems like the loot's pretty decent overall. Maybe we'll even get lucky and find ourselves an exclusive eye. Oh, the small pack actually adds a new curse. Curse of Nemesis. Deals 25% of damage back to you for each melee attack. Ugh. You guys are all in leather armor. Could you be any more peasantly if you tried? Looks like we've reached the main room of whatever this place is. There's lots of branching paths. I'm going to make sure we explore every single one. I can see that spawner hidden under the carpet. That's the oldest trick in the book. Oh, hey, there's a book and quill here. And I'm going to go ahead and write subscribe in it. Go ahead and press that button. Come on, we're so close to 300k now. With your help, we can do it. Looks like we found a haul of treasure, but we've got to be careful for traps. Just look at all the gold that's here. And I suppose the copper isn't half bad either. I just feel like I'm going to mine one of these blocks and it's going to set off a hidden observer trap and the whole room is just going to go kaboom. I can't believe all the riches are just here with no spawners or anything to protect them. We've got ourselves a lovely little profit there. I wonder if any of the other rooms will be that good. Surely not, right? Out of my way. You've got a stone sword. It's this easy to clear this place and we're not even at full power because half our armor slots are taken up by a helmet and a tank. There's also a random spider spawner that's managed to generate in here. Oh, hey, 2 golden apples. That's a nice find. Why does this keep happening? There's another spawner that's generated in this structure. The loot's pretty bad though, to be honest. This looks to be some kind of grave, so we're gonna rob it. Oh, well, whoever died here was pretty poor. You should have done better in your life, so you could have left me more loot to steal. Anyway, moving on, we fully looted this place now, so let's get back to our mining trip. One of the things we're gonna make a beeline for is the amethyst in this geode, so we can finally craft a tempad. Oh, hey, and diamonds along the way is a nice surprise. We've made it! That's amethyst crossed off our list. Now we can go back to regular old mining. Looks like we've hit the jackpot with this cave. We've got more diamonds too. Oh my god, what is that? A silver queen? That is such a weird mob. Man, caving is so much more fun when you have good gear and don't get destroyed by everything. Anyway, it's about time we return to the surface. Oh sweet, on the way out we've actually found a dexterous arms page. Hold on, before we head back, let's check out this structure. Look at that, there's some spinning monkeys. I feel like this is something we all did as kids. Did you spin around for as long as you could and then see how dizzy you could make yourself? I don't know, maybe I was just a weird child or something. Right then, what have we got here? Hello everyone. There's so many skeletons spawning and I've just realized I haven't even taken off the helmet yet. Right, now we're borderline invincible. Good luck actually killing us. How many spawners are there in this room? There's even one hidden under the stairs. And there's one up in that corner I didn't even see. Where are they coming from? Oh, well, hello. I wasn't expecting to see this. We might as well take this diamond sword. We can re-enchant it and combine it with what we've currently got. Also, a free anvil is very much appreciated. Thankfully, it looks like it's empty up at the top here. It's actually quite a nice place, to be honest. And there's even a magical library. Not much in here, but some extra emeralds and gold isn't too bad. Right, anyway, time to head back. I made my way back home, excited to put all the materials we'd gathered to good use. You might be wondering why we've switched to post-commentary, and it's because my parents went to bed and I didn't want to wake wake them up, but I still wanted to continue recording. I crafted some Tomes of Hungering Knowledge, which can take enchantments off of items. After some trial and error, I was able to get us this absolute monster of a sword. I then gathered up supplies and headed into the nether to mine for ancient debris. I ended up breaching another mine shaft and managed to find a netherite in one of the chests. The search for ancient debris was going well when suddenly I accidentally mined into a nether fortress, which was a bizarre experience to say the least. I found a treated brass blueprint allowing us to craft better, stronger guns. After mining some more debris, I found yet another mine shaft and came across a heart of the earth crystal. It looked like it could be used to make some useful items, so I took it. Once I'd exploded the final bed, it was time to head back home. Hello, we're back with the live commentary. I actually found out we can double the amount of netherite scrap we get by crafting ourselves a macerator. For some reason, when you smelt ancient debris in this thing, you get 2 netherite scrap back. See, look at that. While we wait for that to smelt, let's craft ourselves a charm of treasure hunter using the heart of the earth that we found. This gives us night vision when we're underground, which is nice, but the main reason we're using this is because it gives us plus 30% mining speed, plus 1 fortune level, and plus 2.15 block reach. And that means if we have the amulet equipped, say there's a zombie standing right there, we'd be able to hit him from this distance, which is crazy. We simply assemble everything together like so, and there we go. Look at that, we now have extended reach. Our macerator's done smelting all of our ancient debris. We do of course need to go ahead and duplicate our smithing template a couple times. And now let's go ahead and craft ourselves plenty of netherite ingots. And now with the help of a smithing table, we can upgrade every single piece of our gear to netherite. And that of course includes both our sword and our pickaxe. We are going to be taking on the ender dragon in the not so distant future, which is why I've started assembling our eyes in this barrel. However, before we track down the remaining eyes, there's some other bosses that I want us to fight. And one of those bosses in question is known as Maledictus. We need to craft up an Eye of Curse because that allows us to actually locate his structure. However, the structure spawns quite rarely, and instead of having to run all the way out to wherever it is, we're going to craft ourselves a Gyrodyne. It's basically a very primitive steampunk helicopter. It does require a precision mechanism, but we have the machines to create that. Right, let's get everything processed. Over here, our precision mechanism is being made, and we also need to craft a propeller, which we then upgrade into a large propeller. Oh my god, no! I can't believe he didn't explode there. That is a miracle. Anyway, we're also going to need 2 hulls, as well as a seat, and we also need 12 windmill sails, which we can then convert into 2 large sails. And now we should have everything to craft ourselves the Gyrodyne. There we go. Look at it. We've got a steampunk helicopter. There's 2 other things we're going to need before we can take on Maledictus. One of them is a brand new gun. I was just going to stick with the rusty knap, but since we found this new weapon blueprint while we were out looking for netherite, we might as well upgrade. And the weapon we're going to be crafting is the Cog Loader, a fully automatic LMG with 46 rounds in the magazine. In order to make this, we're going to need treated brass, which thankfully we can easily afford. There we go. Let's get that mixed up. We've got 16 treated brass now. That should be plenty. We need heavy gun parts, which requires an entire anthrolite block in order to make. We also need 2 heavy gun barrels, a magazine, a rapid firing unit, a treated brass gun frame, and a grip. And we assemble all of that on the gun bench to craft the Cog Loader. We'll of course get it beefed up with our usual attachments. Although unfortunately this thing doesn't take extended mags, which makes sense because the magazine's already very extended. It has pretty bad iron sights, so we'll upgrade to a reflex sight. There we go. It should be much easier to hit enemies with this. And the final thing we'll craft for this is a light grip. All we need to do now is craft the advanced rounds that this thing requires. We'll need to make some brass casings and then of course turn those into full rounds. I'm going to go ahead and claim our quest rewards and see if we can get over level 30. We've got 2 gunpowder sacks here. That's quite nice. Unfortunately, we're left at level 29. We'll go ahead and enchant this thing at level 28 rather than level 30. And this is pretty good. Unbreaking 3, Elemental Pop 2, and Phantom Rounds 2. I'm mixing up some extra brass so that we have plenty of bullets available to us. The other thing we need to do is craft up a boiler, and we'll also need some water skins. And the reason why is because we can use these to mitigate the freezing cold temperatures of Maledictus's lair. We can either right-click using a water skin to instantly use it, or we can hold one in our hotbar and allow it to passively diffuse its temperature. So the idea is that we'll have 3 water skins as backups for consumables, and then we'll have 1 that's going to diffuse in our hotbar. The only thing we've got left to do now is get ourselves enough bullets. We may as well craft ourselves some extra golden apples so we're fully stocked. And we'll also harvest our wheat so we can make more bread. I don't know how I've forgotten this up until now. We can craft ourselves a tempad. Okay, so press plus to add a location. And this will obviously be called home. We'll just head out a couple hundred blocks or so. Then we open up the pad, select home, and teleport. And it even gives us this little portal that I didn't walk through, so now I can't even go back. back. Okay, well, at least we know how it works now. It does have a 3-minute recharge period, but that's barely anything at all. We've got ourselves just over 3 stacks of bullets. We're ready to go. The Eye of Curse is pointing us off this way. Thankfully, it's infinitely reusable. Let's hop in the Gyrodyne and get going. We have takeoff. Now, this is exploring the world in style. It's time to invade Maledictus's lair and introduce him to democracy. The Eye still wants us to go forward, so that's exactly what we'll do. I'm glad we've got that full damage skill maxed out, because otherwise this could go horribly wrong. Oh, hey, look, there's a village down there. We could do a raid there at some point. Oh, hello, we found an entirely different boss altogether. Let's descend gracefully and commit to an all-out assault. This creature right here is Umbuthi the Sunbird. To be honest, we don't really have much to fear from her. We have full netherite armor now. She's not even going to be suffering our full wrath, because we need to save our cogload of bullets for the fight with Maledictus. You're just the appetizer. And there we go, she's already dead. You know, when it comes to editing this video, I might not even give you boss music. You weren't particularly difficult at all. Would you look at that? A happy civilization successfully introduced to democracy. While we're out over the ocean, we should keep our eyes out for any ocean monuments, because killing an Elder Guardian has a chance to give us a unique eye for the portal. Look at that, there's even dynamic camera angles for when we're flying. That's really cool. I'm definitely noticing some potential for some war crimes here. We're definitely on the right track. It's getting a lot colder. There's a frozen pillager outpost right here, and I tell you what, we actually are going to loot it. There's a chance that they'll have a cold eye for us in their chests. And I suppose the free XP and emeralds aren't too bad either. No cold eye, sadly, but we do have this light frame enchantment for our gun. Oh my days, look at all these structures, and there's a raid happening because there's villagers here. Although apparently there's one single raider for this first wave, and he's just been killed by the golems. We'll help defend this because I'd like to get some totems of undying. Bring it on. We're a one-man army at this point. Also, these pillagers don't really do a good job of fighting back, do they? It doesn't even seem like they want to attack us. What's going on? Go, zombie! Get him! Come on! Hurry up! They're having a little chase now. I really appreciate if you guys could stop camping up here. Thank you. Here are the last 2 raiders. We've got the next wave. It seems like they're just attacking from the same place over and over again. I want to unleash our brand new gun on them so badly, but we've got to save the ammo. Come on. When are they going to start bringing out the evokers? I will say this is one of the coolest villages I've ever defended. Oh, we've been hit with blindness. That's not very fun. Can you stop giving us blindness? That's such an annoying effect. Okay, I can actually see again. Let's go ahead and solo this Ravager. Are you serious? I just got rid of that blindness effect. Okay, no more, please. Just let me kill everyone. It's you who's doing this, and he's an illusion. Great. Please tell me this is the real one. It wasn't. We just got to go ahead and clean up the stragglers in the woods, and then we can move on to the next wave. Why do you all feel the need to camp up in these trees? I'm still not seeing a single evoker in these guys' ranks. As long as there's none of those stupid blindness guys, this should be fairly easy. It turns out there are, in fact, some of those stupid blindness guys. They've breached the main hall now. This is not looking too good. Actually, you can all just line up at this door. That's perfect. None of you are getting through. We just got to hold the line. And we are actually getting attacked by Vex, which means there's finally an evoker in this raid. Oh my god, what is going on? No, 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 thank you. No, thank you. That could have got a bit dicey. Thankfully, everyone decided to hang back and not come charging straight through the door. They're all in this big clump back here as well. Die, all of you. I thought we got attacked by an evoker, but there's been no totem of undying dropped. We've got a totem of freezing and a totem of illusion, so we'll just use one of those for now. They're all just camping up in this house. What are you going to do? Cook some dinner? Oh my god, there's so many in this wave. We are going to be emerald rich after this raid, that's for sure. And there's a real evoker, finally. We finally have ourselves a proper totem of undying. Get back here. Right, that's it. I've had enough. You're getting shot in the back of the head. Goodbye. Once again, everyone just comes in and takes over all the houses. What is this? I don't think that's supposed to happen. Wait, let's just put him out of his misery. There's 2 raiders left, and I'm pretty sure they've both spawned underground. Is this them over here? You can't be serious. They're actually trying to go for a timer stall play. That is insane. Wait, no, actually, these are just the pillagers from the pillager outpost, I'm pretty sure. They're not over here in this house. Don't tell me it's you all the way down in this icy pit. Well, the number just went down to 1, so it definitely was. And the map is telling me there's also a sorcerer hiding down here. How did you even get down here? I don't even want to know. He also has teleportation magic. That's just wonderful. Die. Thank you. We've got some evokers riding Ravagers right now. We better deal with those quick. That's another evoker down, giving us another totem of undying. This has got to be the last wave, surely. It's so easy when we don't have blindness. We can just mow them all down. We've got a chunky raider right here. Goodbye. Get out of it. Just die die already. Thank you. And as per usual, they seem to love this house for some strange reason. The last of the raiders are inside the main hall. I do like when they get stuck on the chairs. It's like they're having such a great time, they just don't even want to get up. There's only a couple guys left now. I'm willing to bet the final raiders got stuck in the icy dungeon again. Oh, yep, what a surprise. Let's just dunk on this guy. I'm just carving through the walls and hunting them down. Hey, sweet, free diamond. Also a free diamond axe for some reason. Pretty sure this is the final one. Oh, never mind, there's 2 left. Oh, hey, there's actually another boss we can fight on our way to Maledictus. He spawns in this chamber here. But now let's just get this raid over with. There's one of them here. And, oh, are we done? We did it! Let's go! That was so annoying, but we're finally hero of the village. I didn't realize this at first, but the Totem of Undying actually goes on your shoulder, which is really cool. We're going to leave this area in our temp pad and quickly head back home, because I ended up having to use every single one of our water skins to stop us from freezing to death, because the entire time we were fighting on this icy lake. We need to get them all filled up and heated up again. Also, we should be able to buy mending books on the cheap right now, given that we're hero of the village. Only 10 emeralds? What a bargain! I've stashed away all our water skins in our backpack, plus we now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 totems in total. The temp pad's now fully charged, so we'll just zip straight back to the snowy village. Now that we're here, let's go and fight that boss. And we've already mined directly into his chamber. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the Ferrous Rortnor. He's actually completely impervious to all attacks. The only time that you can damage him is by hitting this spot on his back. But in order for the game to actually let us hit it, he needs to first do a really big attack that leaves him wide open. There we go, this giant overhead slam. We run around to the back and we hit the weak point, or at least we would if I could find the stupid hitbox. There we go, we get another try at this. Come on. Yep, we've hit him. And he's done it again, so now we just hit it again, and we've already won. The thing is that usually he goes down in 4 hits, and it's quite an intense boss fight because he does more and more attacks the lower he gets, but because we have that upgraded skill where we do more melee damage, we killed him in 2 hits. We have ourselves a wrought helm and an axe of 1,000 metals. Easy pickings. Let's head back to the surface and find Maledictus. I was just about to head out. I've just remembered we need to loot both of these snowy temples. Oh no, I've just set off the TNT trap while trying to mine in. So much for all the loot, I guess. Onto this thing. Looks like it's just a spruce version of the jungle temple. There's nothing much here. Onto Maledictus, for real this time. Must resist looting other structures. Oh, here we go. We found it. I can already tell because of the janky generation. This is his lair. I find it very funny that this place clearly has a Nordic theme with Vikings, and we're just going to bust in with a fully automatic weapon. First, though, we need to actually find the throne room. These small fry aren't too much to be concerned with. Here's the main room with a mini boss, and then, oh, well, looks like we're gonna have to fight him anyway. I thought we were gonna be able to sneak around. There's also sways of the little guys down here too. These guys very much remind me of the Draugr from Skyrim. All right, come on then, big guy. You think you're strong? Huh? Oh my god, what is that? He has some kind of anime superpower. Go on in. Go on in. What's that about you? We're saving the machine gun for your boss. And, oh, he's already dead, actually. Oh, never mind. Looks like we were gonna have to fight him anyway. He drops the strange key, which is what opens the door here. All right, we're ready. Let's do this. Come on. Open, please. I've unequipped our totem. Now this should work or not. Can we just get in, please? I just clicked it a whole bunch of times and it's finally worked. Maledictus resides in this grave. As soon as we click on it, he's gonna spawn. We might as well pre-gapple just to be sure. We've got our notch apples and we'll grab ourselves a spare water skin. Let's do this. Here he is, the Nordic champion. I'm firing the cog loader like anyone's business, but he barely takes any damage from it. Looks like we might have to take him on in close quarters. He also has 400 HP, I've just realized. Why have you grabbed me? And he's pile driving us into the floor. Wonderful. Why did that pop a totem? Why did that just instant pop a totem? Oh my god. This guy means business. I can't believe that attack was actually just an instant totem pop. No, let go. Let go. Let's go. Let's go. Thank you. We've got rid of about 1/3 of his health. He's got a few weak points where the cog loader actually works, which is nice. Big damage now. Big damage. Oh, no. This is about to be big damage for him, though. Let's eat a golden apple. No. No, thank you. Let's quickly reload. And let's unload again. It seems like he's only vulnerable to bullets when he's in his attack animations. Even our zombies putting in some work. Maledictus has less than half his health left now. Come on. Wait, he's so low. Come on, cog loader. Help us finish the job. This has to be it, surely. He's so low. Come on. One more hit. And we've got him. The warrior has fallen. All I'm going to say is thank goodness we stopped at that village and did a raid first. Because if we didn't have a totem there, we would have lost the entire playthrough. Our reward for defeating him is 3 Cursium ingots, which you can use with a smithing template to upgrade netherite armor. Look at all the spent ammo cases just lying around everywhere. That was certainly a hard-fought battle. The bullets we've got loaded into our cog loader are all that we have left. Seems like we prepared just the right amount. He appears to have a few chests lying around that we can loot as well. Silk touch efficiency 4 diamond shovel. Don't mind if we do. Plus even more diamonds in here. Anyway, it's time to leave. See you later, weird Viking guys. We're going back home. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to go and mine us some more diamonds because we need to duplicate our netherite upgrades so we can use them to craft cursium upgrades. We finally have enough XP that we can apply these ancient tomes to our netherite sword. We've got looting 4 and knockback 3. Also, I've just remembered, while we fly over to find some new caves, let's mark the zombie spawner with our tempad. There we go. Oh, we've got night vision here because of our spelunker's charm thingy. We actually do need to teleport back home because I've completely forgotten to bring any back tanks. That's better. It's really useful having such a big backpack because here we can store all of the essentials. Although I doubt we'll ever need any respirators given that we have a mending one. But still, all these items together can pretty much handle any situation. We've always gone mining over to that left area, so let's try somewhere else this time. Okay, perfect. This area should do the trick. I'm not sure how many diamonds we're going to need, but I know it's going to be quite a lot. Given that we effectively have Fortune 4 with our Spelunker trinket, I'm not too worried about how long this is going to take. We do have the deep dark biome right here, but in our skills, we actually have the silent foot ability, so it should be a bit easier to traverse through. Oh, that's a skulkified person. That's messed up. And that's a skulk creeper. It's proving pretty difficult to find any diamonds in here on account of the fact everything's covered in skulks, so we're going to leave anyway. Finally, there we go. And it's a 2-vade. I might actually crash out. Is it just illegal now for diamonds to spawn in groups of more than 2? Claustrophobic though it may be, it's actually faster to mine while doing this little 1-block tunnel thing rather than mining 2 blocks at once. And occasionally you'll even end up running into some diamonds. Thankfully we have managed to find ourselves a normal cave now. Oh, this time one of those red spawner things actually worked. Too easy. Oh, because we have the haste effect dropped by one of the mobs and we have the pickaxe upgrade, we can actually insta-mine deep slate. I've never done this before. It does feel really weird to be able to do that. These spawners seem to drop diamonds every single time they actually work, so I want this to go off. Hey, there we go. It worked this time. Oh, and that's perfect. The witch actually dropped a witch pupil. This only has a 10% drop chance from witches. It can be used to craft another of the unique eyes. This is an absolutely gigantic cave. Wouldn't hurt to kill a couple endermen as well, just so we can get some extra pearls. And with these, we should have enough diamonds. We'll set this area up as a new location, and then we'll head back home. We may as well craft the witch eye while we remember and add it to our stockpile. And now for the main event, let's dupe on netherite upgrades, and then we can upgrade the netherite upgrades into cursium upgrades. Unfortunately, we only have 3 ingots, so we can't get a full set of cursium armor. We might as well just not do the boots, because that's the weakest part of the set. Check it out. We've got a cursium helmet, a cursium chestplate, and some cursium leggings. And here's the coolest part. Each piece of armor has its own unique ability. The helmet has ghost vision, so we can give a glow effect to an entity behind a wall, so that's quite useful for stuff like raids. The leggings have ghost dodge, which gives a chance to ignore an attack, and also the probability of that increases if the attack is a projectile. And now last but certainly not least, we have the cursium chestplate giving us undead revive. We're revived to 5 health upon death and granted invincibility for 5 seconds. We do then get debuff for 6 minutes afterwards, but we can simply counteract that by carrying some buckets of milk in our backpack. Also, just overall, the armor set looks sick. Look at the giant horns we have. That reminds me, actually, we may as well craft ourselves a pair of diamond gloves and then upgrade them to netherite. It's about time we swapped out these iron gloves. We literally have netherite on our hands now. Is this the Minecraft equivalent of an iced out Rolex? Anyway, we're going to track down the stronghold, not because we have enough eyes to open it, but because we want to see how many eyes are already in the portal. Except the game's telling us this eye doesn't know where to go. I wonder if one of our special eyes can find the stronghold. They can. Oh no, please don't break. Right, well at least we know how to find it now. The main reason why we're going to go look for one now is because if there's eyes that have already spawned in the portal frames, those will count even though they're just basic eyes of Ender. Even just one being in there makes our lives a lot easier because now we only have to find 11 unique eyes rather than 12. To be honest, it shouldn't actually be particularly hard to find this thing because I've set our map to cave mode, which means now we basically have X-ray vision on the entire area. Of course, we'll have to throw the eyes every now and again just so we have a general idea of where we're going, but this should make it a lot easier. Oh, yep, it's back here now apparently. I have some good news by the way. I actually hopped into a creative testing world to see what debuffs we'd get from using the revive ability on our armor, and it turns out the debuff is just not allowing us to use that revive ability again for 6 minutes. Granted, you can't remove it with milk, but that's completely fine. We basically have an infinite amount of revives that we can use every 6 minutes. Oh, hold on. I've already spotted the stronghold. Wait, no, actually, this isn't the stronghold. This is the boss arena for a super powerful boss, the Harbinger. Now, as much as I would like to go in and fight this thing, you actually need a nether star in order to activate it. We'll be back though, don't you guys worry. Okay, there we go. This is the actual stronghold. You can just about see the portal right there. Hey, sheep, get out of the helicopter. Right, let's just dig straight down. Oh my god, why are there so many mobs? I'm just trying to get to the stronghold. It's actually lagging out my game. game. I didn't even realize at first, this is the top of the stronghold right here. Oh, and yeah, we've definitely made it inside. Just look at this place. Also, I've just been hit by whatever this thing is. Let's get rid of this spawner immediately. And there's one here too. Not more blindness. I've had enough of that, thank you. Unfortunately, there's not a single eye in this portal. Let's see, does a regular Eye of Ender work? No. So it has to be all uniques. We'll of course get this area marked on our tempad. We've got our work cut out for us, ladies and gentlemen. We need 7 more unique eyes. We'll head to the Nether and start searching for the cursed eye, which can be found in Bastion chests. Plus, while we're out in the Nether, if we go and hunt ourselves 3 Wither Skulls, we can defeat the Wither and that will get us another unique eye, plus the Nether Star to activate that boss later. To be honest, I could have sworn we'd already found this, but either maybe I accidentally dropped it, or maybe I'm just imagining things. It should be no trouble at all to find bastions with the help of the Gyrodyne. I can already see on the map that is a treasure bastion right there. I'm honestly starting to prefer the Gyrodyne over an Elytra, because you don't have to ever use any rockets or anything. It's just infinite. Plus, it's a lot easier to control. Here we are. I bet we find the cursed eye. There's no way we don't. Honestly, I'm confident enough that we can just charge straight through this and obliterate every piglin. Plus, with our knockback, we could just send them all flying. No eye in here, and no eye in here, but we have got some ancient debris, which we don't really need at this point. I always end up attacking our corpse that we summon, because I think he's an enemy. Don't look at me so sadly. I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry, man. Come back. Come on. Where's this eye? Maybe we'll end up finding it in the main area. Who knows? It's so funny to me how much of a downgrade the piglin brutes got in this mod pack. The normal version looks so menacing, but for some reason, this version, it just makes me think of the nerd emoji. I don't know why. In fact, they kind of look like little dogs. You know, the ones that try and act really tough, but they've got a super round face, so it's just not intimidating at all. That's what they remind me of. Anyway, let's just full send it. Here's the main treasure area, and it has the cursed eye. Let's go. Okay, job done. Time to TP back home and reset. We've now got half the eyes that we need. We now need to head over to here, which is a nether fortress. Oh god, the nether air force is here. Here we go. We've made it to the fortress. Now we just need to kill a bunch of wither skeletons and get some skulls. The wither skeletons look pretty cool with those bright red ribs. We do have looting 4, so I'm expecting to get the skulls quite quickly. Hello, gentlemen. Please give your skulls. Hey, nice. A free upgrade for the obsidian shield ability. There's a whole pack of wither skeletons here. Surely we get at least 1 skull. We, in fact, did not get 1 skull. The only thing that's making this slightly less tedious is the fact that we can actually see them on the map. I love how our corpse minion just attacks zombie piglins as well. Thankfully, they don't get mad at us, so that would be a whole lot more annoying. Oh, finally, there we go. Our first skull. I really wish we could use more than one of the same eye. We just got our second skull. There we go. It's gonna be you. No, it isn't. Come on, we just need 1 more. There's so many of them over here. Surely we get our third right now. Nope. You know, maybe knockback is good after all. This guy can't even get close to us because we just keep chucking him back. And, oh, I thought that was a skull. It's just his backpack. I'm not sure which one of these guys dropped the skull, but we now have our third one. I know to you guys it's only been like probably, I don't know, a minute that whole section took, but I've been hunting these guys for so long. With looting 4, every 1 in 15 skeletons should drop a skull, and we've ended up killing 67, so we're a little bit over odds. Although now that I think about it, we have killed some while we were exploring the nether earlier, so we were pretty good in terms of odds. Right, let's head home. No, I didn't want to bring you along. The Wither doesn't have any range protection like Maledictus does, so it should be very easy to shred him with the cog loader. We've got everything we need, so let's go find a good spot to fight him at. I mean, we could cheese him and fight him underground encased in deep slate, but I want a proper battle. This stony area here should be perfect. Alright, come on then. Let's do this. Let's fully unload. We are absolutely shredding his health. He's already coming down for the melee. This is easy. This is insane. We've already won, basically. It's over. We got ourselves the wither eye that we need, plus a nether star. It was over so ridiculously quickly. 7 eyes down, 5 to go. The next eye we'll be going for is the cryptic eye, which has about a 1 in 100 chance of dropping whenever you enchant something. So simply put, all we're going to do is camp in our mob grinder, enchanting stone shovels until we get the eye. Hey, there we go. We got it. 8 down, 4 to go. The next eye on the list is the corrupted eye, which is the one that can be found in pillager outposts. I remember there was an outpost just past the village we defended, so we may as well go check it out. As a matter of fact, there it is. Why is there a giant cobra just out here in the freezing cold? Let's see. Do they have what we're looking for? No, sadly not. Let's keep searching, because along the way we can keep our eyes out for igloos, which also have a chance to contain an eye of their own. We've already found ourselves another outpost. There we go. That's what we wanted to see. And we'll take this tattered tome as well. Also, I've looked on the map, and apparently a wandering trader resides inside this giant wagon. I want to see what all that's about. It's a wandering trader conglomerate. I thought there would just be one living in here. They do have this mob repellent skill for us. As to be expected, all of their trades absolutely suck, but we're not going to kill them because for once it's us barging in on them and not the other way around. This is a pretty interesting ability. It pushes hostile enemies away from us, but it could be pretty annoying because we mostly rely on our swords, so having the enemies pushed away would be really irritating. Let's keep looking for some igloos, and if that doesn't work out, we need to head into some mine shafts to find the lost eye. There is an igloo right here, but it's not the kind of igloo we want. We need the vanilla Minecraft igloo with the hidden area underneath. Let's teleport back to the village and see if we have better luck looking for mine shafts. I mean, it's fairly easy considering we have the cave map on our side. We can, of course, then use the map to track down all the minecart chests. Oh, well, this isn't the eye we were looking for, and this is the one that's supposed to spawn in igloos. We've got the cold eye. That's a very welcome surprise, but also a very confusing one. Does that mean we can't get the lost eye from mine shafts, or is it an equal chance to get the biome eye or the lost eye? I'm going to go off the assumption that it will be really difficult to get the lost eye, because it seems like whatever biome you're in, you're going to get that biome's eye. For example, in the nether mine shafts, we kept getting nether eyes rather than lost eyes. Alright, so back home we go. 10 down, 2 to go. The easiest 2 eyes remaining are the guardian eye and the magical eye. As we discussed earlier, the guardian eye is dropped from elder guardians. The magical eye is rarely dropped by evokers and can also be found in woodland mansion chests. I think the easiest choice for us is to use a nature's compass to find the dark oak biome, head towards it, and on the way look for any ocean monuments. Beautiful, there we go. And now we search for a dark forest. We've got an illusionist tower right here. It's not what we're looking for, but we may as well loot it on the off chance it does contain the eye we're looking for. They've got the right idea imprisoning an innocent villager. I like them already. Let's just go and clear this whole area out. We defeated an entire army of you guys at a village. That was way more difficult. Not really much of a challenge, I'm afraid. The illusioner himself has teleported out the tower. That's fine. I just wanted to check on the chests. We'll now be taking our leave. Oh my god, we're getting so lucky at the moment. Are you kidding me? We've actually found a woodland mansion. Oh dear, and there's a mini boss, the invoker. Well, let's just bust in and make ourselves known. Here he is, the ultimate evoker. I don't think there's really anything he can give us. He also likes to teleport around a lot, which makes him a really annoying guy to fight. No iron here, unfortunately. Here we are. Regular evokers are the guys we want to see. And we've got to check all the chests as well. Another evoker. Is he the one to drop us the eye? No. I'm doing my best to scour every single nook and cranny of this building. Here's another evoker. We need to just kill him and kill the creeper as well, just in case he dropped the eye. We do have another chest here, which doesn't have the eye. Give me the eye! No! No eye in here either. I suppose it is possible that we have to kill the invoker in this mod pack to get the eye. Or at least that's what I think if we could actually find him. Seriously, whose idea was it to make a boss that just randomly disappears whenever he feels like it? Where did he even get to? The boss bar says he's in the area somewhere, but I can't even find him on the map. Oh, there we go. He's finally showing up. Why are you over there? Your house is there. This boss always just makes me mad. All right, can you just stay in the area this time and give us a proper fight? Come on, down you go. Get out of it. Just die. Thank you very much. Didn't even drop the eye, by the way. Let's head out over the ocean and keep looking for the guardian eye. Oh my god, finally. That took way too long. Let's go ahead and land over here on this weird little summoning area. Right, it's a new day. I've rested up. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to hop out the gyrodyne, quickly break it, and get inside before we can get hit with mining fatigue. Phase 1 has already gone horribly wrong because our gyrodyne ended up getting caught up here. And there we go. There's the mining fatigue. Even though we've got mining fatigue, we can actually mine pretty quickly thanks to our mining buffs. If we simply use a door to give us an air pocket, we can actually mine through no problem. Right, in we go. Come here, you. You're going to give us your eye. Did it drop it? I don't think it did. Oh, never mind. We got it. Getting it first try is actually pretty unlikely. It's only a 30% drop chance. Although I suppose with looting 4, it's much higher. Okay, well, that was way easier than I was expecting. One eye remains. We're going to keep looking for the magical eye. I finally managed to find us another woodland mansion. If we don't get the magical eye this time, I'm going to crash out. We're not interested in any of you. Just bring us the evokers. No eye in here. No eye in here. Give me the eye. Come on. He didn't drop it. Game, please. I don't want to spend another hour finding another mansion. I don't care about you. Go away. Oh my god, finally! At last. We are teleporting straight back home. I can't tell you guys how long it took to find the second mansion. Ladies and gentlemen, we now have all 12 eyes required to open the end portal. I almost forgot to add the guardian eye to the collection. Before we take on this dragon, we've got to make sure we have plenty of the most valuable item in the game, bullets. We have a ton of XP at the moment, so let's upgrade some skills. This is so expensive. We'll dump all of our levels into the strong fist skill. And now that we've assembled all 12 special eyes, all 12 pieces of the puzzle, we can go and take on the Ender Dragon. I'm not sure if we'll be able to breathe in the end or not, which is why we've got some copper back tanks ready. Here we go, let's teleport to the stronghold, and now we can place every single eye. We had to work so hard for these. The portal looks so cool though with all the different eyes in it. Here we go, these are the last ones. I hope you're all ready. Let's do this. Not gonna lie, pretty terrible spawn, but that's fine. We're very quickly running out of oxygen, so let's quickly get our back tank on. I had a feeling we wouldn't be able to breathe here. There's a bunch of end crystals, and this little chapel thing is chiming, so I bet the dragon's gonna spawn in any moment. Oh, and look at that. All of the pillars are being given their crystals. We're also a little bit cold, but thankfully we've been prepared for that as well. We've got water skins galore. This is it. The ender dragon has spawned. Instead of using a bow, we can shoot all of the end crystals. Man, this is actually a lot easier than it usually is. Oh, and we've been launched in the air, but that's fine. We'll tank that. We actually get struck by lightning when we break crystals, which is really annoying. Oh my, we just took so much damage, I'm not sure why. It was this random Enderman. Oh, hold on. Our copper helmet just broke. Give me a second. Time to go, time to go, time to go, time to go. Let's quickly whip up some more of these. I've also enchanted 2 of them. And now we head straight back into the fight. I'm glad we got that sorted early rather than halfway into the battle, because the dragon actually gets her full health back if you ever leave the end with this mod pack. We need to do more crystal sniping. There's just a few more crystals left now. I hate how we take so much more damage because we can't have our Cursium armor fully equipped. What have we done? Chill out. Oh my god. We're probably going to pop a totem here. Go away. Yep, that's our first totem. Great. Why is there a blaze here? The dragon spawns a bunch of phantoms, which is the most obnoxious thing of all time, because whenever we try pillar up, we're just getting knocked back down. There's another crystal. Oh, and our first copper helmet's broken. Here we go. This is the final crystal, but I can't get close. No. This is it right here. Boom. Oh, and there's one more there. Oh, and another one that I didn't see, actually. The crystals are down. Mag dumper. We're whittling her health down, but it's taking forever. And also a ridiculous amount of ammo. Oh, it's so hard to hit her while she's perching because she has this tiny platform at the top. We have to extend this platform out so we have more of a space to fight her on. I mean, just look at this. This is what she's going to be perching on. It's ridiculous. Wait, if you wait around too long, she respawns the crystals. I'm going to be honest, guys. We are woefully underprepared for this. We cannot win this battle in our current state. I don't really see any other choice. We've got to teleport back home. It's me, post-commentary Mozi, and we're going to speed through this so we can jump back into the action. If we were going to actually beat the dragon, we needed to be much better prepared. I first crafted the emblem of Monster Slayer, which doubles XP, in order to grind more efficiently. After enchanting copper helmets and bows, I bought a truckload of arrows from Fletcher villagers. I also made upgrades for our Gyrodyne and enchanted all of our copper back tanks with Prot 4. It's time for us to show that dragon who's really boss. And we'll start by taking out those crystals she's been respawning. She just deleted our Gyrodyne, are you kidding me? We'll still use our gun to snipe the crystals because that's way easier. We're gonna have to whittle her down with only our bow. It's so annoying how she can just respawn the crystals at will. We can finally get some hits in with our sword from here. Apparently she has 1000 HP. We can get some more hits in here. Stop spawning crystals. Oh, and there goes a totem. Here we go. We're getting another perch. The regen is just so insanely fast. We finally got her below half health. She will heal up a little bit, but still, we're finally making an impact. There's blazes everywhere now, too, alongside all those phantoms. Here we go. She's here again. We just got to tank all the damage, ignore it, and just keep hitting her. It seems like every time she comes into perch, she gets to respawn one crystal. Oh my god, her fireballs do so much damage. I keep forgetting. Another copper helmet is broken. She's respawned even more crystals. Look at all these phantoms too. This is stupid. It's taking so long for us to get another perch as well. Finally a perch. She's got less than a quarter left now. We're so close. We're getting swarmed. She has less than 100 health left now. Come on, give us another perch. We'll eat our notch apple. This is it. We gotta go in. Just die already. Come on. Yes! Get out of here! Oh my god. We're now up to level 108 just from beating her. I genuinely cannot tell you how frustrating that fight was. No offense to whoever makes that Ender Dragon revamp, but that is just ridiculous. All those phantoms, the respawning crystals, the blazes, that is too much. Throughout that fight, we ended up going through 4 copper diving helmets. Some of the preparations were definitely overkill, like bringing 5 bows and about 20 stacks of arrows, but I'm just glad we actually won. We'll be taking this dragon egg now. Thank you very much, game. There we go. Worst boss fight ever, but we did it. We have got to make a monument to celebrate this victory. Oh yes, look at that. We did it. We can go ahead and fight the Harbinger now, although I have to confess it probably won't be as intense as that Ender Dragon fight. I was not banking on that being so difficult. In the meantime, I'm going to craft us us a new Gyrodyne because that Ender Dragon destroyed ours with lightning. Also, look how much XP we have now. 26,000. That's more than enough levels to max out Dent's skin. And can we also max out our melee damage? No! What? 100 levels and that wasn't enough to get 2 skills to max. Are you kidding me? We gotta use the factory one last time to make ourselves a brand new precision mechanism. Alright, there we go. We've got a new Gyrodyne. We didn't even get to use any of those new upgrades because it got broken in about 10 seconds flat. This is it, the final boss of the video. Unfortunately, the outside blocks of the dungeon are invincible, so we're gonna have to find the proper entrance. Looks like we're gonna wind the door open. Here we go. This is the main room. Please die. Please die. Please die. Please die. Please die. Thank you. This factory is actually spawned right in the middle of a lost caves biome, which means about every 10 seconds we keep getting random slowness effects because of a wind that's passing through. Oh well, I suppose if it was too easy, it wouldn't be any fun. He doesn't seem to be particularly happy that we woke him up, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not sure why he's decided to go invisible. That doesn't make much sense. Oh, and he's back. He's tearing up his own factory. Come on, just pack it up already. You're done. Get out of here. Oh, he's going to explode. He's going to explode. He's going to explode. No, thank you. See you later, mate. We got ourselves a block of witherite and an exclusive music disc. And here we are then on day 100, still standing. I'm really proud of what we've managed to achieve in this 100 days. If you want to try this mod pack for yourself, the link will be in the description. Thank you all so much for watching. Make sure to like, make sure to subscribe, and I will see you all next time. Peace.